Hey, we were playing some Gamebound, a little series where we do one-shots and short series of various things. And today we're going to be playing some more Tales from the Loop, which I'm pretty excited about. We played with Seth and Jordan and Jason before, but I'm excited to play with Alyssa and Emily now. We'll do some some Stranger Things vibes. Kids solve supernatural mysteries in a small town in the 80s. Let me see here. So we're going to be playing in Crescent City, California. So that'll be fun. There are all sorts of people online who have played this game and have wanted to make their hometown or like a town near them into a Tales from the Loop map. So I'm often able to find all sorts of fun maps online for this game. So I found I'll find one for Crescent City, California. And since our very own Alyssa lives in Cali and it's the summertime and wants some summer vibes. Right?
Excuse you.
Did I just dox
Alyssa
you?
lives in California.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep. Alyssa is a Californian native.
Ryan lives in California too.
Oh, I just realized
Actually, I was born in Texas.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I stand corrected. I'm wrong.
But
about
all my
everything
family is from
said.
here, and I moved back here when I was like 3, so it doesn't really count.
Pretty much.
California girly. I
just realized. So I kind of hastily put these overlays together from a previously existing overlay, and for a second there, Jordan just had a picture of Jared over his face, because that's where it was there last in this spot. So.
An improvement.
Oh, Jordan. Jared is a handsome man, but
how can you go wrong with Jared?
So this is the town you guys live in, Crescent City. It's on the coast of California. I actually don't remember. This is a real town. I don't remember where it is specifically in California. Let me find it. It is north, very, very north California. So almost in Oregon. So okay, there you go. On the Pacific, and we're gonna be playing playing for the Tales from the Loop here. Solve a supernatural mystery with some kids. Let's go ahead. We still have to do our relationships and stuff with the kids. We've made the characters, but we still have to do that. But real quick, yeah. Okay, let's just start with that. I was trying to decide if we were gonna give do anything else, but let's just go ahead and introduce the characters, and then we will kind of figure out their connection to each other, right? So, Emily, who are you playing today?
My name is JD. 13 years old. I'm a hick.
Very good.
JD, short for John Deere.
I was wondering if that was going to be a reveal or...
There's the reveal.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. So let's how about let's just go through your character sheet. Since we didn't make characters on screen. Do you want to tell us like your drive, problem, pride, all that stuff?
Sure. My drive is they need me.
Mm-hmm.
Problem. Dad doesn't want to accept that he's sick.
Oh. Pride.
I help other people.
All right.
Description blank. I'm a blank canvas.
Yeah, we'll describe the characters when we see them on screen. What's your anchor and favorite song?
My favorite song is Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver.
Of course.
And my anchor is my riding instructor.
Cool.
My iconic item is a tractor.
Very good. I don't know if there's a whole lot of farms near Crescent City, California, but
there is now.
There is now, yeah, in our version at least. At least one. Cool. And you're a hick, right? Yeah, I don't know if you said that, but yeah, cool. 13 years old. JJ. Alyssa, who's JJ?
Man, I should be wearing a hoodie right now.
Yeah.
Sup? I'm JJ. The jock. And you know what? I'm 13.
Is that
and
what
I'm
both
in it.
J's stand for?
It's just JJ.
It's Jacques. He's
Jacques,
actually
yeah.
French.
It's Jean-Jacques.
Jean-Jacques, yeah. His family's like, that'd be funny if we like the super jock kid, and then we haven't seen their family the whole episode, and then we get to the end and it's like super French family.
I am in it for the thrill. My problem though is that I can't read very well, so they want to move me to like a special ed class.
Right.
And my pride is that nobody calls me a chicken. My favorite song is "Take on Me," and my anchor is my coach.
Yep. What's your iconic item?
A football, obviously.
Of course. Very nice. And last but certainly not least, we got Arthur.
My name is Arthur. I enjoy doing puzzles. I love puzzles of all kinds. There's not a puzzle in the world that I will not attempt to solve.
Are you playing Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairies!
Very good, parents!
Very good, parents!
I love puzzles, you say. I know that there's an answer to this. Yeah.
I know. My biggest problem is mainly that the tough guys hit me.
Mm-hmm.
It makes solving puzzles more gratifying because I know that they can't do it.
Okay.
And as you can probably tell, my pride is that I'm the smartest kid in school.
Cool.
It is an undisputable fact because everybody else is a fool. I think I'm partially doing the character of any of you saying Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No.
No? Okay. I gotta send a character. Ay.
What's that does sound familiar. What's your favorite song and anchor and iconic item?
My favorite song is Safety Dance by Men Without Hats because hats are bad. And my anchor is my mother.
Just like Crocker. What's your iconic
Literally
item?
just a 10-year-old
Arthur?
Crocker.
Yeah.
My iconic item is my classic Casio C80. It is calculator. It is radio. It is my lifeline.
It's also a wristwatch.
It is also a wristwatch. I can tell the time, but the time cannot tell me.
Okay. Well, with that introduction, let's go ahead and jump into the game. So it's summer in Crescent City, right?
Do we need to establish relationships?
Oh, yes. I'm a little flustered for some reason. Here, guys.
Both of them are my bullies.
Getting
Can't
the
imagine
order
why.
All of
of
these
all
character
these.
introductions just really gotcha.
Whew, yeah. Just blew me away, you know? But yeah, it's relationships. So let me double check what that looks like. But yeah, I do definitely need to know why these characters hang out together because that's important. Let me find that section. Okay.
We all just happened to walk into the same tavern at the same time.
I'll take a milkshake.
What probably happened is we all are in detention for very different reasons.
Could
We're
be
the only
could
three
be.
in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why the 10-year-old and the 13-year-olds would be in the same detention, but I guess it's possible.
That's middle school age.
10?
Kind of. Well, 10 is like.
I guess it. Well, okay. I guess if
grade,
Arthur.
But if he's like very advanced, like he could be like, he could be the same grade
Could
as.
be.
I was about to say, like,
I'm bullied
I was in middle school at 10 years old.
Okay, that doesn't seem right, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. If
I
middle
was.
school starts at 6th grade,
Yeah.
that is actually
Sorry,
Yeah, I guess
that
so.
doesn't sound right to you, Caleb. It's just a true fact.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, I skipped a grade and I was a baby.
Okay, let me see. Define relationships to the other kids in the group. So yeah, there's no particular guidelines to this. That's what I was looking up. But let's figure out what your relationship is with each of the other characters. So like here's the question: is Arthur the brother of one of you? I feel like that would maybe make sense. It could be Alyssa. You could be Alyssa's brother.
I think that makes sense, right? Like I'm the dumb one, he's the smart one. Typical. What do you call those? Foils? Is that the right term?
Yeah, foil. Yeah, that makes sense to you, Jordan.
Sorry, say that again.
You be the younger brother of Alyssa's character.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, sure.
Because like I feel like the conceit to hang like the older kids hanging out with the younger kid is usually in these sorts of stories like one of them is your sibling, right? And then they tag along because
I think it'd be really funny, right? Because like I probably have this reputation of being like a terrible like student, and then when he gets my teachers, they're like, "Oh, you're so and so's brother, huh?" And then they're like, "Oh, you're like nothing alike, actually."
Right.
That's how it was with my brother.
Yeah, so go ahead and add that into your relationships there. And then what about the other relationships here? JD, I'm curious about JD and JJ, because they're obviously in the same grade or close to it, right?
What do you think, Em?
Both go to
workout
Crescent
buddies.
Elk Middle School.
Do you work out? I mean, you're a farmer, so
Excuse me.
It makes sense. But
My body is a 4. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
right,
assume.
but like a lot of times with the hick stereotypes, it's like you don't work out, but you're just outside doing stuff all day, so you don't even need to, right?
Yeah, but like, how else would we be friends?
What if we're neighbors?
Could be.
You live next to the farm,
right? Like we're like still like it's probably one of those things
so you
where
live
like
5 miles away from me.
Well, maybe it's one of those things where like your house is like on the edge of your acre, and then it's like so there's a house right next to yours, but then you have all this acreage on the other side, kind of a thing.
It looks like there is. Okay, so if we let me take us to the zoomed out map, because we can decide where you guys live too, right? If it is relevant. Right around. Let me look at this.
Mine is very. Oh, there we go.
Right on Lake Earl Drive, there is at least right now, there is a family farm there in 2024. So there might be one out there. There's like some, it's outside the city proper. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense that we're kind of like secret friends. Like maybe we grew up together, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That's good.
But like at school, like we don't really talk.
Yeah. And hey, there could be a romance between the two of you because.
Oh, that's true.
Secret friends.
There you go.
In quotation marks. Secret friends.
I'm just gonna put neighbor. JD is my neighbor.
Cool. And then Jordan and Emily. What about your characters? How is your relationship?
JJ.
I'm always trying to set them up.
The meddler.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, the meddler. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Because obviously you guys have known each other.
Sorry, I really gotta use the restroom real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are you interested in like technology kind of stuff? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So maybe like you come over and like are you interested in like a machinery kind of stuff at all, or just like computery stuff?
I could see my character being interested
What's your tinker, Arthur?
I didn't get tinker.
Yeah, so you're probably not. At least you're not good at it, right?
Yeah, I'm not good at it, but I might still be interested in it.
Like maybe I'm trying to teach you how to tinker with things.
Yeah.
Because my tinker's a 2.
I have realized my one and only shortcoming, my weakness. It must be overcome.
Okay.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Okay, so I think so typically how we start these, we get like a wide shot of Crescent City in the summer, right? We see a montage, right? the days are comfortably warm in Crescent City. It's not too hot. Can get a little warm during the mid part of the day, but mostly the cool ocean breeze makes it pretty pleasant to be outdoors. The landscape is lush and green, covered with towering redwoods, Douglas firs, thick ferns, blackberry thickets are scattered throughout the countryside here. Children usually spend their days exploring the woods, playing tag, swimming in the cool waters of the Pacific. Tide pools along the rocky shoreline reveal a hidden world of small fish, crabs, and sea anemones, captivating young and old alike. Familiar families gather for barbecues in their backyards, the smell of grilled food mingling with the salty sea air. Teenagers relish the freedom of summer nights, staying up late to race dirt bikes on coastal trails, drink beer around bonfires, and stargaze from the beach. Music from portable radios fills the air with the latest hits, providing the soundtrack to their adventures. We probably hear one of those in our little montage here, right? Without widespread air conditioning, many homes rely on open windows and electric fans to stay cool during the warmest part of the day. Residents often escape to the shaded comfort of the redwood groves or the cool interior of local shops. As the sun sets, temperatures drop and the town comes alive with evening activity. Families stroll through the streets, stopping by the local ice cream stand for a cone or a milkshake. The laughter of children playing in the streets and the hum of conversation from porches and patios create a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Crescent City's tight-knit community is on full display, with neighbors chatting over fences and friends gathering for impromptu get-togethers. Freshly caught fish from the harbor, homegrown vegetables, and juicy summer berries are staples at mealtime. The simple joys of a Crescent City summer. Nature, community, and the slow, unhurried pace of life, creating lasting memories for all who experience it. So that is our kind of opening shot. We see this like idyllic town in the 80s, right? Everyone's close. And then we start to get zoom in shots on the three of you. So we're going to set a scene for each of you in your everyday lives. We can look at your character sheets for ideas. We can just kind of come up with something. I guess we'll start with you, Emily. What would be a scene that we get as we're kind of zooming in on your character in your everyday life? What do we see?
Probably see me on my tractor in our farmland, driving back and seeing my daddy on, the combine farther out on our land. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what is he doing out here in the heat of the day? And driving back to go tell him that he should be getting inside.
Yeah, what does JD look like? What do we see?
She is tall and a little lanky, but has some meat on her bones that she's definitely strong. With long blonde hair that's like back in braids and always wearing like just like good working pants and like sturdy shoes.
Do you have a baseball cap on? I was imagining a baseball cap, but
I like a ratty old one with like some holes in it that's very worn and has like so much dirt that's been knocked off so many times.
Sweet. Yeah, so I think but like when you go over to your daddy, he's on the combine, and before you get there, right, like tractors are sort of slow. A farmhand comes over, and let's say it's your mom. Your family's intact. You got a mom and a dad here. I didn't ask earlier, but I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we see your mom come out with like some maybe some lemonade or something, right? You saw her maybe in the background of the shot, like giving a drink to a farmhand, a guy who works with you.
I would like to say, I feel like canonically, like for some reason, I have a Southern accent and neither of my parents do.
Love it. Okay. All right. Good. I think we see your mom give a big tall glass of lemonade to your dad as he like powers down the combine, real quick to chat with her. And as you get closer, you hear them chatting, and your mom is saying, let me look at my notes here. Where'd that go?
I mean, I feel like I know what my daddy's name is.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
He's Earl. We live on
Earl.
Lake Earl Drive. I think he's like Earl the 6th or something.
Yeah. All right. Earl the 6th.
And Lake Earl and Lake Earl Drive is named after my great granddaddy. Whatever, how many greats?
Sounds good. So yeah, Earl he says I gotta come.
Wait, no, my last name isn't Deere. My first
your
name
middle
is
name is Deere. Okay.
No, my first name is John Deere.
John Deere. Okay, what is your actual last name? I can come up with it too here. I need to pull up a census name generator here. Gonna need it.
I mean, I feel like it should be Johnson.
John Deere Johnson.
Have you ever heard of a more hick name than that?
Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Come on now. You're making me want to just do a country accent now.
I'm sorry. My mama and my daddy don't have country accents. It's just me, and it's very confusing.
So Earl Johnson, and then we'll say that your mom's name is Deborah. So yeah, he says, "Thank you, Deborah." And he takes a big drink. And she says, "Oh no, of course. You and Deere are working hard out here. I wanted to make sure that."
Mama, it's JD.
Of course. Hi, William. I want to make sure that you're staying hydrated. And Earl nods and says, "Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You want to sing Happy Birthday to everybody? Happy birthday. Sing it. Okay, now blow out your candles. Come on, you could do it. Everyone's watching on stream. Almost. Yeah,
Yay.
we did it. Sorry, okay.
No, you're good.
I had to show you guys that cuteness that he learned this week.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Bye, son. I love you.
I think Deborah, as you're pulling up, JD, and you see like power of the tractor, and maybe it's still on, but like you put it in park or whatever, and so it's not moving, and you climb down and you hear they're talking about, like, you're kind of just doing small talk about like the town, right? And for some reason your mom is kind of like not like whispering exactly, but she's having a private conversation with your father. And the only thing you can hear is just like you hear the phrase "love vacation," and you're not. And it's like your mom like uses that if it's in air quotes, and kind of
love vacation.
Love vacation.
Love vacation. I don't like that.
Yeah, and your dad like kind of gives her a look, and then like kind of nervously chuckles to himself, and then you hear him say more like louder, like, "Oh, those DARPA people. I never know what to think about them." And you would know, JD, DARPA is the organization. As a reminder, this is the 1980s, but also, if you notice, there's a giant, there's like a big ring around so it's a particle accelerator called the loop. It's kind of the thing responsible for all the weird science fiction technology that is starting to be introduced into America in our kind of weird alternate history setting here. So you'd be familiar with the DARPA organization, this kind of science company that like is slowly churning out cool technology that is like making everybody's lives easier. Lots of like robotics and hover, like flying cars, that sort of stuff, right? Is starting to, it's still very new to you, but like you would be familiar with that name. But yeah, so you say anything as you walk up? It seems like they've like kind of finished their little snippet of conversation there, and that's all you hear.
I think I just like kind of file it away. I don't think I bring it up.
Yeah. And I think as you walk up, your mom says, "Well, JD, are you doing anything fun today after the work here is done? You're gonna go hang out with JJ?"
I don't know. JJ is busy with his friends from football. I don't know.
But and she looks sad, a little sad. She's like, but you always play. Oh man, I can't not do the accent. She says,
Mama, what do you mean?
But you've always
play.
Well, she would have said it like this. You always have spent the summers together.
Yeah, Mama, and things change, and that's okay. I guess.
I think your dad says, I'll have a talk with this JJ, and we'll get some things straightened out about his priorities.
Daddy, don't you dare talk to him.
He kind of chuckles as if it was kind of like half a joke. And he just says, well, he looks at the sun. It's probably around time we get in for supper, right? And your mom nods, and then maybe calls over to the farmhand, who's like finishing up something nearby, and then just says, Jake, you wanna? No, I'm not gonna do another J name. There's so many J names. William, you wanna come in for supper, or they need you at home? And I think William, he kind of looks down at his watch. He says, I could probably spare a little bit of time. What are you making, Mrs. Johnson? And then, we just kind of, like, unless you, and I'm not curious if JD has anything in particular she wants to do in this scene, but I think maybe we just see them walk up towards supper, right?
Just gotta go in for supper.
And, after supper, it would be time to, for you to go out and have fun and, be by yourself for a little while, do whatever you want to do. But we'll pick up with you in a second. I'm curious, as time passes, we kind of see JJ and whatever he's up to. Are you at football practice? Is that because, at least that's what JD, oh my gosh.
Well, maybe not even at practice, just hanging out with your football friends.
Hanging out with your football friends. Yeah, I'm curious. What part of JD's assumptions were true?
I probably am practicing football.
Okay.
I'm curious. So, I guess I'm curious that, I probably do have football friends. Here's probably what's happening, right? Is I'm probably at my house, in our because we probably also have a pretty big backyard. Sure. I probably have a friend over, and we're tossing the football back and forth. Sure. But it's just the one friend, because I'm low key kind of embarrassed by my house and my family.
Yeah.
Because not to be stereotypical here, but most boys who don't read well don't have a daddy. So I don't think we have a daddy.
All right. That makes sense with Arthur's character so far too. So that all makes sense to me. Let's generate a name for this guy.
In the 80s, a single mom, is kind of, a weird thing. So I'm trying to hide that,
Yep.
I only, it's one of the homies.
You're embarrassed about, yeah. But yeah, this is a kid who's been your friend for a long time, right? And is embarrassed by this sort of thing. This is Michael Carter.
Excellent.
And good old Mike. I'd say that he is tall. Actually, let's get a description of JJ first, and then I'll probably give some contrast for how Michael looks.
Yeah, I think JJ just grew tall.
Okay,
he probably was pretty short up until a year ago.
So still in that getting used to his own weight, body.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So I think he might be semi lanky for what he used to be.
Yeah.
But still football.
Still has a physique. Yeah.
Physique. Probably plays more quarterback or more offense than defense.
Not a linebacker. Yeah.
Not a linebacker. Yeah. So I'm thinking I don't know. I was thinking the typical dark hair, brown eyes kind of a thing, but.
Sure. Yeah. And I think Mike is probably blonde and a little bit more. I don't think he's a linebacker type. He's probably let's say this. Do you want to be quarterback or wide receiver?
I'll be wide receiver.
Okay, let's say that Mike is the quarterback then. Right. And so I think this is Mike is a really chill, popular kid. Right. That would be the type that he would choose if he's playing it. And again, it's still middle school. So it's not as high pressure as high school would be in the 80s.
You'd be surprised.
Well, again, that's why I prefaced in the 80s. Right.
Again, you'd be surprised.
mainly my point being, he is a pretty chill guy, and he hasn't let the prestige, as much as there is prestige in being a middle school quarterback, get to his head, right? Like he's friends with you, and again, that's why I prefaced it the way I did. It's not actually
Crescent
that
City.
special.
It's not that big of a city.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. All of that kind of plays into the fact that this relationship still is fine. You have a good friendship with Mike. You know, your family's been friends for a long time. Maybe his parents don't hang out with your mom as much these days as they used to back when your dad was still around. But like Mike has always still been a good friend. So you're passing back and forth. Yeah, exactly. Passing back and forth. I'm curious. Would you be listening to music? Do you ever like the radio on?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
They have a boombox of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get the very end of a typical 80s song, maybe the one that's been playing in the montage so far. And then we hear and this has been Crescent City, W whatever 3 right. That kind of like obnoxious DJ comes on the radio. And maybe Mike goes over and like turns it off, and like kind of stretches and maybe says, "Oh well, that's just about enough of that, I think." He says, "You gonna be there at the barbecue tonight?"
I don't know,
JJ?
man. I mean,
hey, listen,
maybe.
the whole team's gonna be there, and hey, we might even do some stargazing on the beach.
Like stargazing.
He just chuckles. He actually doesn't do it in like a sleazy way. He just kind of like laughs a little bit, almost innocently. Like he wouldn't, even if he was part of such a thing, he is not awkward about it, right?
Right.
And basically what he's trying to get at is like, and I'm just generating so many names here, but I'm gonna generate another one. Let's do Patty Jenkins. I think he says
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah. He's like, listen, Patty's gonna be there. I mean, the last time that you caught that when I that play that we did last season, the final game that decided everything, whether or not we were going to go to state or not. We didn't actually go to state, but hey, you really showed up and you made us look really good there at the end. And I think she noticed it. She was talking to us afterwards. And I really do think that you have a shot there. Just saying, like, take it or leave it.
Yeah. She likes my bod, I know. I literally just have a word of like a bunch of 80s slang words up right here. I'm going to try to use as many of these as possible this whole session.
Yeah. He kind of punches you in the shoulder. And he says, well, I'm sure that after this summer, with how much we've been practicing and how much we've been hitting the gym, she's going to be all over you next season. When school comes around, man. He just kind of like nods.
Like that hit song from 1986.
And by the time school hits, we're going to be like official,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure, man.
That's
yeah, you goal. Go for it. I think he says, I really think this next year is going to be my year. Jay, like my year.
Man. Your year.
I'm really feeling positive about this, and I think you should too.
We're going to make it to states this year. I just know it. With you, man, you're just too good not to.
Yeah, and then he kind of like smiles, and then it kind of fades a little bit, and he says, hey, man, I mean, I don't want to make it all awkward or whatever, but like, you doing okay? I noticed that like the other day you kind of like left when we were all hanging out, and I'm just curious if are you feeling sick or something? Like,
nah, man, it's cool. Just
because I can cover for you if you don't want to go to the barbecue, if you not actually feeling well. Like, I mean, that's totally legitimate, man.
Nah. The teachers are just being super grody, man. Like they're just up my butt about my grades, and
they want to put me in like some dumb special class next year. And I'm like,
I know. It really sucks that you have to go in summer school too. That's the worst.
I know. Just the worst. And, it's not like it's just because I'm not a genius like my little brother over here. They have such high standards for me or whatever. So they think something's wrong. But nothing's wrong with me, man. Like, I'm good.
No, of course not. No. I mean, you're JJ. I mean, what's your last name, by the way?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I could generate one.
Yeah,
his name is also just John Johnson.
How about Woods?
Sure, sounds good. Actually, I literally think that might be the name of a kid I knew in school.
JJ Woods?
I think so. Hold on. I'm going to look this up on Facebook and see what JJ's last name is. Hold on.
That sound good for you, Jordan Arthur Woods?
Yeah, that's great. I like the name Arthur
No,
Woods.
It's not Woods. Never mind. It's Docket. That's okay. We're good.
There you go, stream. You go find that guy.
You can find him too if you want to.
He's a cool guy. We have the same birthday. That's how I remember him.
Nice.
So stream. Now you know this guy's name and his birthday.
Probably if you've been listening long enough.
Probably figure out where he lives too.
Yeah. So I think he says, "You're the JJ Woods." I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I want to be you sometimes.
I want to be you, man. You're so cool.
You like, all right, man. I gotta get going.
All right, yeah. I might see you there. We'll
I gotta pick up some drinks and whatnot for the barbecue.
I just know that if I try to come, my mom's gonna try to maybe bring my brother.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, hey, if you can manage to get rid of him, I mean, we're gonna be there by the beach. I mean, please, come hang out. It's gonna be great.
I'll try, man. Thanks for letting me know. I'll see
all right, hang in there.
You too, Mike.
Yeah.
Little did they know, I'm not so easy to get rid of.
Yeah, and we cut over to Arthur. What's going on with Arthur? Are you in the house right now? What's happening?
I'm probably in the house just listening to the radio on my watch. Just classic, sprawled out on the floor, just legs up on the arch and just...
In your room, in the living room?
Living room.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe you have I think you have a extensive snack platter next to you that your mom has prepared for you, with all your favorite snacks. And you're listening to your music, and I think your mom comes over. I think she is. Let's give her a name real quick. We'll say her name is Dorothy. Mrs. Woods. She comes over and she says, "Arthur, honey," and I think we have a big, floofy blonde, or let's do dark hair like JJ, big floofy dark 80s hair on her, right? And she has a kind of a modest blouse dress situation going on. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how to describe women's clothing, especially in the 80s. I don't know. But I'm imagining, I can see an 80s outfit in my head for the 80s housewife, and I'm sure you can too. Just imagine it. She comes over to you, and she says, "Honey, is there anything else you need?" And it's literally extensive. There's so many snacks. You have a 6-pack of your favorite drink there, or whatever it is, right? It's you're set. And we get a shot on Arthur. What does he actually look like, real quick, before you answer? We see a fan spinning in the background.
I think you're muted.
And that is how I met Jesus. No. And that is how Arthur met Jesus. No. Imagine JJ. But shorter and even lankier.
Okay, yeah.
And
even skinnier.
Glasses and freckles.
Got it. Sounds good.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, she's like, "Honey, do you need anything?"
Sorry, I had to collect myself there for a second. Remind me to send a clip later.
Okay.
I think he says... The spread you have provided for me is more than sufficient, Mother. Thank you kindly.
She nods. She's like, sure, honey. Now, could you turn down that music just a little bit? I've been having a migraine all day.
Yes, Mother.
What a sweet boy. And she walks over to the like sliding patio door, JJ, and she says, JJ, get in here right
now. Okay, so JJ very slowly walks in. He's like, what?
I told you to be done with your friend 10 minutes ago. You never listen to me, JJ. Actually, what's your actual name? Because she wouldn't call you JJ.
JJ.
It's actually just JJ. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's actually just JJ. It's a name.
All right.
Well, if it's just JJ, then shouldn't it be JJJ?
Yeah, just JJ.
Mom, just take a chill pill.
I've already taken 3 and it hasn't done me any good.
How bad would it be if Arthur was just out of the other room? 4.
Yeah, she's like, the doctor gave me a new prescription. It has not done anything for my mood. She says,
hold on, I'll be right back.
She says, now, listen, JJ. I need you to watch after your brother tonight because I
Mom,
need to go out with my friends. We're having a book club, all right? And I cannot stand anymore to be in this stuffy house without AC.
So you're just going to bounce?
I'm going over to Carol's house. She has AC, and we're reading one of the best books that I've ever read in my life.
Can't believe you're doing this to me. You always leave me in charge with him.
I can't find any good books that she would be reading in 1996. Yeah, she says
Pride and Prejudice.
Sure, yeah, whatever, right? Like I feel like that's too high class for her.
Sure.
It's some trashy something or other. I don't know.
Well, they are because you're talking about it. Carol is the next door neighbor, right? Yeah.
No. That would be Deborah.
Okay.
Carol, some random lady. Like it's like you probably don't like her at all. She's a very snooty.
Well, then it probably is Pride and Prejudice if she's really snooty.
They haven't actually read any of the books. It's book club.
Yeah. There you go.
They're just there to gossip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So sorry. You said
you always leave me in charge of him, and you always do this to me.
Well, that's because with your father gone, you need to learn some responsibility. He certainly wasn't going to teach it to you, and I am far too busy to do any. You need to learn. You need to learn to be a man, and this will help. This will help.
So bogus.
Do not use that language with me, young man.
What's your damage? Like, ruining my life. And he starts stomping upstairs.
I may be ruining your life right now, but I'm not ruining your future. She looks back at you, Arthur. Well, I guess he's gone, but she looks back at Arthur and just says, "Would you like another snack, dearie?" And then we cut away from there. Now, I'm curious. JJ, do you want to try to get out of this responsibility? What do we see? Because I think the implication here is that all 3 of you are going to want to get out and have fun, right? As kids in the 80s. So I'm curious what that looks like for each of you. For JD, it's probably pretty easy. She doesn't have any trouble getting away from her parents. She's done her hard work. She's a hardworking girl, and she has earned every second of her freedom, right?
I'm ready to take my tractor out to the town.
Exactly, right? But for JJ and Arthur, right? I'm not sure if Arthur has any idea of fun beyond just hanging out indoors with all of his abundant invent snacks and his technology. Jordan, is that Arthur's plan? He's just going to stay inside?
Arthur has no other reason to go outside. Everybody else just bullies him anyway.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like the prime impetus we have for the adventure beginning now is JJ having to figure out a way to get out of watching Arthur, which I feel like, personally, because of the way this game works and how we've set up the situation, is just you bringing Arthur with, right?
Right. So I think what I actually told Mike was, I probably won't be able to go because my mom's going to make me babysit him, was probably what he actually said.
Sure.
Rather than bring him along, because like, why would she let me go to a party? Like, obviously, like, probably not. She's gonna go to her book club, but I can't go to a beach party, because I'm 13. So I think what's gonna happen, right, is like, well, I wonder if JJ would probably try to like sneak away first, like just like leave him at the house and be like, he'll be fine. But I know for the sake of like the adventure, right? It's
I was kind of thinking. Like, I was gonna like head to the party or whatever, like be on my tractor, and I would like drive by your front door and do our special honk on my tractor, so it's me.
Okay.
To be like, to see if you were gonna come with.
Okay, yeah, let's start there, right? Like we just get a hard cut to like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes later, right? And JJ is like frustratedly doing something indoors, right? While Arthur is tinkering with whatever he's doing. And it's just like this, like, oh man, I'm stuck here. And this is what I'm going to be doing all night. I'm so bored. What does that look like for both of you? Before JD comes up on our tractor.
I think I probably like went upstairs and like just like sat at my desk and just like stared at some of my summer school homework, but didn't actually like do any of it. So I'm just like stewing. I'm just like frustrated. It's probably what it is.
What's Arthur doing?
Arthur's calculating how long it would take him to try to finish all of JJ's homework. Like if it was him, it was like, how long would this take me to finish this homework?
You just want to know how long, or were you planning on doing it?
I don't think he was planning on doing it. He was just curious, like, if I were to do this, how long would it take me?
I think at a glance, Arthur, like pretty minuscule amount of time.
Probably would take like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think Arthur might even like say that much. He's just like, JJ, I believe in you. You could get this done probably in about 25 minutes.
Alyssa, that was George.
Like he like came up to my room and like said, you could just get it done in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I like the idea of like,
JJ just like turns around like in his chair and just goes, "Eat my shorts, man."
Did you finally get edible shorts?
Arthur, just get out of here, will you?
Mom said I'm not allowed to leave the house.
Get out of my room!
Sound like a robot now.
Arthur just shrugs and heads back to his room and starts playing with Legos.
Right, sure. And it's about that time that we hear the honk of the tractor. Would you like to give us what that sounds like, Emily?
Yeah, it's just a special secret code between us. So it's like very clear, like I'm sending a message to JJ that like I'm here. So you just hear, ha.
In the middle of it, Arthur just shouts, JJ, my future sister-in-law is here.
Honk.
Back your face, man.
Yeah, so just JJ go to investigate?
Yeah. He'll like, so like I'll just like go down. I don't know why I'm picturing like a 2-story building for some reason. So I'll go downstairs and like go out to the front. You're like, what's up, JD?
Hey, JJ, I was just wondering, I was going to head over to the beach. Were you going to come?
I wish, but I'm stuck at home with Arthur today. Mom stuck me with him again.
Oh. Hi, Arthur.
Hello, JD. How are you doing today?
I'm good. So you're not gonna come?
And I think mom would kill me if I brought him. Or left him, more like it. I think that's what he said. Is like mom would kill me if I just left him here by himself.
Well, then don't leave him.
What are you saying?
I mean, my tractor's got room for 3.
No. I am not bringing kid brother with me to a party.
Arthur just walks down and he's already in his swimming trunks.
I'm just kind of like, JJ, come on. Like, I think this is going to be kind of like a bigger one of the summer.
Oh, I know.
JD, you've heard that they might even have beer there.
JJ, they might have enough beer where we could all have 3 sips. That's like 3 times as many sips as normal.
And I just,
Oh, Patty's gonna be there.
Yeah.
JD, you hate Patty. She's the worst.
Wow.
She's like the antithesis of everything you know and love.
Well, that's something, isn't it? Maybe
she is something, isn't she?
She sure is something.
Fine.
Okay,
Arthur?
I mean, I guess if you don't want to come, like,
no,
you don't have
no.
to.
You're right, Arthur. You better just stay in a corner, man, and not embarrass me. We're not siblings at all, okay? Just don't talk to me while we're there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't drink any beer.
Oh, come on. When have I done anything stupid? That's not my track record.
Hey, Arthur, you're getting brought along. Let's not try and instigate anything.
Fair enough. One word. He like just.
Yeah.
I imagine Arthur's also like a little bit short for his age.
I'm curious if you have. Are you bringing anything in particular with you besides your iconic item, of course?
Towel, sunscreen, lotion.
Just
aloe
beach
vera,
stuff.
First aid kit. Snacks. Really just crackers. Actually,
just crackers.
Juice pouch. No crackers. Crackers on beach. That's too salty. But juice, definitely juice. And
bro, hurry up!
Orange juice, like an orange, and like with all the peelings like already pulled up.
You know, this is not actually taking him a long time. He has a go bag.
Yeah. It's like,
right. Yeah, especially when he described himself
a cartoon version of like, I say hi to him, he hears he might go to the party, he like zoops out, and it's like he's in his swim trunks, and then it's like whoop whoop, and then has like a huge full bag of everything ready.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah. So you guys,
so embarrassing.
You guys head off on your tractor.
I am prepared.
And you guys, you're going down to Pebble Beach over here, down over this way, and yeah, I mean, it's probably more up towards Charlie Gate up here. And again, Charlie Gate is like part of the accelerator thing. Like, there's a big, like, this is like an above ground thing. Like, there's like an actual. It's not like an underground particle accelerator. This is like a structure that's like built around your town. It's just become normal for you guys though. But like, so, but again, totally normal. Like, you're used to this sort of technology being there. And so like, I would imagine this beach being like a kind of like a secluded beach, with, this big kind of part of the structure towering above it, give you some shade. But I don't think you quite get there yet before something happens.
I do have packed on my tractor. Let's see. Is it like never mind, what am I saying? I also brought some like goodies that my mama made from that everybody always loves her baking.
Of course. That's the one. It's the main reason they still allow you to come to these things.
Whoa, that's offensive. It's not my shining personality.
I like to think that JD is like
I'm just
boys girl, like you know what I mean. So like she's just kind of like
rough it out with the boys.
I'm still like okay enough to like.
I don't think
the boys.
Girls like that you're there, but the boys
the girls
certainly
hate me.
Yeah.
But I've fought enough of the boys and won that they accept me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're not secret friends. Actually, maybe we are still like very open friends, but like in like a.
Well, you might not be open friends among your families necessarily in the same way that you would be here. Yeah, we can figure out what that relationship looks like as you go too.
Well, I am the loathe of all my peers and their older siblings.
Yeah. So, I think you guys are driving down the road in your tractor, right? And you're about halfway there when you hear something. I think you go over like let's say a bridge over yonder on Lake Earl Drive, right? That little stream there. You're kind of crossing the bridge over there. Some trees around you. And it's kind of overgrown. But I think you're driving over the bridge, and you hear like a funny voice from above you.
Arthur?
Yeah, it's not Arthur. You hear someone say, I found some corn. Happy me, I found some corn. And then another kind of darker but still strange voice says, lucky you, I never have no luck, poor me. And you're not sure where it's coming from, but you like hear these voices above you somewhere. And like the only thing above you is like trees. What do you do?
I probably like look over and I'm like, did you just hear that? Nobody? It was just me. The voices in my head.
Everyone hears that.
Well?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I think JJ's just like, what the heck, man?
Arthur immediately starts trying to figure out exactly what's happening.
Who has the best investigate?
I think that would be Arthur.
Yeah, it's a mind thing, so
like JD and JJ, like you hear the voice, but oh wait, Jordan, you have a 0 in it. Okay.
No, but you have a better mind stat.
Yeah, mind.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you'll have the most dice in this. You don't need to roll, but I'm just curious who would notice this first. Like you all hear the voices, but then Arthur, when you look up, the only thing you see up in the trees is 2 pigeons.
The government is spying on us, man. I knew birds weren't real.
What would Arthur do with that? I think Arthur just shouts up at them, "Are you celestial talking pigeons?"
Yeah, I think they turn to you and just make pigeon noises. Right?
I probably am like, maybe I should climb these trees and see if there's like something up there. I'll be right back.
A lot of leaves.
JD, don't come on.
Let me just scout it out real quick.
Yes, you go climb the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we like stopped the tractor?
It sounds like it. No, she just jumped off the moving tractor.
Well, I mean, tractors can kind of move slow, so I was just like,
yeah, that's true.
Rolling along.
The tractor's idling.
Sure, yeah. Let's have you make a move roll, Emily.
Okay.
To mosey on up a tree. Nice, 2 successes. All right, yeah. So, one thing that we'll be looking up probably a lot as we play is if you make a roll and you get more successes beyond what you need. Normally, you only need 1 success. One thing to keep in mind is if you go to the entry in the compendium here, asked for that skill, it will give you ideas for bonus effects, and you can spend extra successes to do bonus effects. So for the for example, move, which is what you just rolled, bonus effects that it suggests are give a success to another kid. So you could let JJ or Arthur climb up the tree with you. You could impress someone, or maybe no one notices you. So honestly, if you could spend that success, if you wanted to get up there without the birds flying away.
I was about to say, have no one notice me, because I'm not that sneaky, but I am real good at climbing trees.
Yep. So I think maybe what's happening is, Arthur, you're like studying the bird, right? Like you're just like looking at them, and they haven't said anything. Like you're like, they're just making pigeon noises at you for now, right? But they're like staring at you too, because you like stopped there.
But there's not anything else around me.
Well, so JD, we see you like get to the tree, like climb up the tree trunk like a little squirrel, right? You do it very well. And you get up there, and it doesn't look like there's not like a nest up here or anything. It's just like the two pigeons on a branch. But you know you have the drop on them. So if you'd like to grab one, you can certainly do so.
Sure. Would that be another move check?
No, I think your move, them not noticing you means that like you can just grab one. Yeah. You snatch one up, and
I'm very comfortable handling birds.
Exactly. Yeah. It looks at you, and you expect it to make a pigeon noise, right? Like that's your brain is telling you that's what's going to happen. They're going to start cooing at you and like freaking out. And instead, it looks at you and says, "Why didn't you grab me?" And it's like as if it's like once you're closer to it, you can tell there's like a buzzing noise, as if like it's coming from inside its head, but it's not like certainly not moving its like beak or anything with words, right?
Can I roll? Would I be able to roll a tinker check to figure out if this is electronic? Like what?
I think that would be calculate. To like check it over for that sort of thing.
Okay. Calculate. Nope.
Yeah, so 0 successes. As a note, you can, if you would like to re-roll, you can, and it works like Burning Wheel rules, you can re-roll all your failed dice when you do one of these two things. You can spend a point of luck, or you can take a condition. Now, conditions, obviously, you will be one of these things, right? Upset, scared, exhausted, injured, broken. I believe that it goes, you have to get like all of them before you're like done. And I think like you have to get all of them besides broken before you mark broken. I think that's the last one you mark. But they give you a cumulative minus dice on things. So
I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I think I'm just gonna accept the fact that this bird's talking to me and I don't understand why.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. That seems likely.
I think maybe I have
the other bird has like flown away to like another branch, and then it just says, "No, they got you, Jerry. They got you."
So I have this pigeon in my hand,
and you're like like sitting on the big thick pine branch.
I think I'd like to hop back down and bring it to Arthur.
Okay, yeah.
Did I hear the guy say, "Oh, it's they got Jerry"?
They got Jerry.
Yeah, yeah, you heard.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So they come back down, and Arthur just goes, "So your name's Jerry."
Yeah. So as like you're saying this as Emily's walking up with it, or JD is walking up with it.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I think it just says, "Unhand me, unhand me, unhand me."
How can you talk?
How can you talk?
I'm a human.
Well, I'm a bird.
You're aware.
What? No, I'm not aware. I'm a bird.
Interesting. Aware but stupid.
Jordan, do you want to make a...
JJ!
Yeah, what is JJ doing during this? Alyssa?
JJ does not want to be part of this at all. He's just like, can we just go? Like, what is this? Like, I don't like this is weirding me out, dude.
Arthur, if you want to make a comprehend roll, you can kind of, as you've like been studying the pigeons from the trees and like looking at it up close.
No bonus die?
I don't think so. Nice.
Oh.
That's a 0. Yeah, so I mean, you can certainly reroll if you'd like. As a reminder, you can always tap your pride once per mystery to auto-succeed something you fail. If it like comes up that like I would be able to do this because my pride is on the line. That's something you can also do.
Oh, my pride.
But yeah, as it stands right now, you do not understand what's going on with these birds.
4, 4, 2, 4, 1.
That's a bad roll.
Yep.
I mean, I'm also kind of thinking, we found a talking pigeon. Let's take it to the party with us.
Sure, yeah, you do that.
Is that not a good idea, JJ?
You guys are so embarrassing. Everyone's gonna think we're so weird to have a talking bird.
I mean, if somebody brought it
the
to...
only ones at the party with the talking bird. We'll be the coolest ones there.
No,
Now,
we're gonna be the lamest ones there.
I don't know if either of those things are true. I don't think we'll be the coolest people, but I don't think we'll be the lamest.
I just want to get there. Can we just go?
Yes, leave me here. I have no intention of harming anyone.
What is your intention?
I was literally trying to find some food.
Oh, here you go. And I give it some a little crumbs for Mama's treats.
Oh, right, pecking at it. And it says, thank you, kind human. May I leave now?
Sure, I guess. JJ doesn't want us to take you to the party.
I do not wish to go to the party.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye, strange human. And then the other pigeon starts.
Strange. I think he's the strange one.
You hear other like small voices as like a flock of pigeons from the trees starts to fly away to the north of you. Jerry. Oh, hey, Jerry. Come on, Jerry.
Huh. Okay, let's go to the party.
Go.
Did I smoke something before coming? I must
Arthur
have.
like taps his watch and like is like, did I figure out transcommunications with animals? With birds?
Yeah, again, you don't really know what like was going on there. Kind of beyond you. Cool. Yeah, so I think we keep going, and the tractor gets to the beach near Charlie Gate, and we see, the music starts again. We get the diegetic music from the scene where there's like a radio in the background, right, playing a popular 80s hit, and we see some dudes playing beach volleyball, some girls playing beach volleyball. They're like, the guys seem much more into it than the girls do. They're being probably maybe too serious about it. I think maybe we see one of the girls get nailed by a volleyball, and as she was like talking to her friend next to her, instead of like paying attention to the game. And then the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, you should," but I think we got that point. It's like another guy like hits it up. So various escapades happening. But then you guys arrive, and a couple of the boys like come over and like, JD, right? Like, come on, we're playing volleyball. Come with us, right?
Oh, you need an extra person?
Yeah. And then we see like a gal named Jane like rubbing her head like with an ice pack on her head. She's like, "Oh yeah, you can take my place, JD." Right.
Thanks, Jane.
And so like JD gets sucked right into what's happening here. Mike comes over to you, JJ, and says, "Man, you made it! That's awesome." He gives you a bro handshake, and then he's like, "I'm so glad you were able to." Hey, Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur just goes, "Pardon me, sir. I need to go find the prime location for the perfect sandcastle." And he just like kind of walks away.
Yeah.
And JJ just like rolls his eyes and he's just like, "Mom got stuck with him again."
Oh, well, I mean, I guess if he's just building a sandcastle, that's probably fine, right?
It's just embarrassing. Like, man, like nobody else has to like babysit their little brothers.
Hey, but you don't have to either. He's babysitting himself. He's a smart kid. Come on. We're yeah. I think some of the folks. I'm trying to think of the words he would use here. Some people are playing volleyball, and we got some stuff on the barbecue already. Yeah, hamburgers, brats. You want anything?
I'll take a burger, man. That sounds good.
Burger Man.
Yeah, and so we see like
You're hunger. Sorry, I'll stop.
We see the party start to get underway, right? The sun hasn't set yet, so it's still like, games and beach volleyball, all that stuff. I think Arthur, let's go with you for a second here as you walk over to your sandcastle, right? I think we see you like find a good spot and start digging your holes, figuring out, like, measuring out the perfect perimeter, right?
And so and then my towel and the. Is this like nighttime or is it still
it's evening
sunny out?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the sun is going down currently. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still.
We must be at one of the only sandy parts of Pebble Beach, because Pebble Beach really is not a sandy beach at all.
Yeah, I mean,
hence the name Pebble Beach.
Yeah. I was saying that I think there's must be some secluded beach up here somewhere that nobody usually goes to. It's like the secret one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Jordan, you're doing this, right?
Now most of it's a golf course.
Right. And again, it's an alternate 80, so we can also tweak things if we need to. So
it's true.
Jordan, I think you're kind of busy with your sandcastle for a little bit before you notice there's just like a dead seagull on the ground. That's all you notice, just a dead seagull.
I investigate to see how it died.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to make a calculate roll, I think?
Yes.
Or, maybe not. I need to look at what these actually do.
Yeah.
It might be investigate instead. Oh yeah, no, that's not the right thing. Yeah, let's do investigate.
Investigation. Hey.
There you go. Same roll. Yeah, so I think you find it has a bunch of like wounds on it. It didn't like die of like natural causes or whatever. It got like bit or pecked to death or something. It's actually not a fun thing to look at.
I mean, I can't really. I guess there's no reason to roll empathize here, but like,
no,
I
don't
just
think so.
go, "Oh, you poor creature!
Yeah,
you deserve a proper burial. I have the tools," and I just like pull out the shovel and everything.
Sure. Yeah.
And I start to bury this poor bird.
Sure. Yeah, so I think we cut over to the others for a little bit here. JD, I think we pick up with you, and let's see. Oh, I totally forgot about your problem. I should have brought that up. Let's just say that in that scene we saw him coughing, right? and I forgot that was your yeah. And waved off your mom about something, right? Like, no, I'm fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can't have one more cigarette.
Yeah. I think we have a situation. We see like a montage of the volleyball game, right? How about you make a move roll to see how well you do at the volleyball game, right?
Okay. 3 successes.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we get the.
I mean, my team obviously wins because I give some successes to my teammates.
Yes, the montage in every like sports thing where like someone is proving themselves as being way better than everybody else, right? At least compared to the other gals on the team, like you're just dominating everyone. And it's very clear, and like the team that you're on, all the dudes are like, yeah, JD. And I think we do see on the other team is
freaking Patty on the other team.
Patty, yeah, exactly, Patty. And there's like, I think there's a dude. Let's call him Robbie. Robbie Jones. Robbie Jones has a bit of a crush on you. I'm not sure JD is aware of this, but he's on your team, and is
JD obviously completely oblivious to all things like that.
Exactly. But he's like super on board. He's like, yes, JD's the best, right? Like she's so great. But Patty is watching you the whole time this is happening, watching the two of you interact. She's not again, she's not like she's the furthest thing from a tomboy. She came here to show off her bathing suit and look
I have
pretty
on
while
pants,
doing everything.
Boots, and a baggy t-shirt and my baseball cap still.
Yeah, exactly. So she's like not really giving it a good effort because she's not good at this sort of thing anyway, but she is getting more and more frustrated by the fact that the guys on her team aren't like putting up a fight against you, and so she starts yelling at them more and more profusely as the game progresses. I think like the game ends, your team wins, and everything is fine. But we see Patty just fuming in the background, and I'm curious. Maybe you guys can help me crowdsource this. I want to frame a scene here where Patty does something to JD, and I think she's going to try to pick at her pride. Right? Like, what was it? Help others?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she wants to set up maybe a fake situation or something like that where you need to help someone, but it's going to get you embarrassed or in trouble or just away from Robbie. What do we think is happening there? I'm curious if you have any ideas. Right? Where she's going to come over to you and be like, JD, I really need you to help me with something, right? And it's going to be completely fake.
I wonder, does she have kind of somebody who would have money in the town and would be able to, or an older sibling who's sourcing the alcohol and needs me to help transport stuff on the tractor.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
What I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
I was gonna say something like, "There's someone who needs your help in the parking lot. The car's just not starting, and it's just something to get rid of her for a long period of time."
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like as much as I like the transport the alcohol thing, I don't think the timing makes a lot of sense. This is it's not a super huge town, but I feel like you would they've already gotten that at this point. They must have, right? Or at least be in the process of it from a different part of town.
I mean,
and your tractor's really slow.
Patty notices either Arthur or another super uncool kid, and just can you be a darling and go help them out, almost like a Wicked situation where if you've ever seen that musical where Glinda's Alphaba, you need to go help out this poor soul, and it's supposed to be
well, I'm trying to think of something that JD would actually fall for and would seem like something that's...
I feel like the car thing would...
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You have Tinker. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to think of how she would twist it to her advantage. I guess it could just be you're stuck with the car.
What if it's the makeout car and she sends her there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Well, because the thing is if she tells me that the car needs fixing, I would be like, "Hey, Arthur, do you want to come tinker? I can teach you some things about this car."
Okay, so let's wait on that for just a second because I have an idea then. So we go back over to JJ. So
okay.
Yeah, JJ. I think we all know where this is going.
Oh, so God, no, I don't.
I think Mike is gonna try to push. I guess it is Patty. Wait, was Patty Jenkins the girl that you liked?
I was interested in? Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That doesn't work.
Well, it could be a different girl. We could say it's a different girl.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, so my idea was going to be we get JJ into the makeout car with a girl, and then JD. Oh yeah, but it still could work if JJ. Okay, so can we retcon something?
Sure.
No.
Maybe not even a retcon, but can we make it canon that JJ isn't just sold on Patty particularly?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Right? No, I guess okay. I'm trying to think of the way to make this as tight as possible. I feel like the cleanest arc here is to have Patty be into. No, I guess Patty. Yeah, Patty doesn't have to be a direct rival. Yeah, because she could still hate JD for being JD without it being like.
She just hates me because the boys love me.
Yeah, the boys in general.
What if there's just 2 Patties?
That's just one of the weird parts of the town. She's cloned.
Here's the part that I have to get your permission on, Alyssa. Like, would there be another girl that you would be interested in?
Yeah, I think so. I'm a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's what I figured, right?
Any girl that shows me any attention that's like semi-pretty, I'm sure.
Right.
Like,
I don't think it's
you don't think I'm at least semi-pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think he's discovered you as pretty yet. You're just childhood friends.
That's what I'm saying. Devastating.
But once you loosen that baseball cap a little bit and shake out the hair, like, I'm just saying, it's coming.
Yep.
Take the glasses off, pull the ponytail down.
Yeah. So I think it's not even that Mike is trying to set you up. I think there's just a gal who's like hitting on you. As like you're eating burgers, you're hanging out, maybe like a couple cans of beer get taken out, and like I think here's the first question. I guess Mike offers you a can of beer. Do you take it?
That's what I'm wondering, because I feel like my coach probably has already had a conversation with me about this. Is like, bro, your grades are ring. You cannot be doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like as cool as I like want to be, because like I'm trying to be cool, like that's what I want to do. But I want to try to find a way to like reject it, but not be like, it's just be like, oh yeah, whatever, man, that's cool, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, like you're being so lame. Come on,
Sure. Well, what do you say?
I think I just say something like, yeah, because I'm trying to
sober so I can drive the tractor back.
I mean, because I don't want to say, oh well, because my little brother's here, because that's lame,
Yeah.
But like, I think I want to say something like, got to keep my mind sharp, man. Got to keep my head in the game. Trying to land myself a girlfriend by the end of the summer.
All right, let's have you make a charm roll. Let's see if you can pull that off.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Oof, that's 0 successes, my friend, on 6 dice.
Yeah, I know. That's rough.
Do you want to spend a point of luck or take a condition?
I
think failure here will be Robbie, or maybe some other football guy, is going to basically say, "What do you? Come on!" Like Mike isn't going to do this to you, but another guy is going to be like, "Come on, man, you chicken."
Right. That problem is I'm going to get into a fight if that happens. Right. So do I want to get into a fight?
I mean, would you go straight to a fight, or will you just be like, "No, I'm not chicken," and then just drink it? Like that's all you need to do.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Yeah. So we see you take a drink, and then I think Mike claps you on the shoulder and says, "Come on, you can do better than that." And then he like tips up his can. He's like, "Chug, and then he tries to.
Oh God!
Tries to have you like do it's a friendly chugging contest with you, but he wants to see it. He's just trying to get you in.
We're being bros
into it. Yeah. Let's have you make a maybe there isn't a roll here, but I'm just curious.
Would it be a comprehend roll?
No, let's have you make just a body roll, a straight body roll.
A straight body roll.
I just want to see if you can
just
try
to see how well I can.
Yeah.
Take my alcohol. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
nice.
Hey,
yep.
I could take it, man.
Yep. So again, like this kind of like proves something to the others there, and they're like, yeah, right. Like the guy who like mocked you earlier, like slapped you on the back. So everything's good there, but then a gal who is kind of like, impressed by the showmanship here, right? Is like, oh man, he's a bad boy, right? Like I thought he was a goodie. Like
He's
his mom's
13.
so overbearing,
He's so
right? Like
hot chugging this can of beer.
exactly. I have no
2%
standards.
alcohol, probably something like that.
Yep. She comes over to you. Let's give this gal a name. I'm making up so many characters. Her name is Sarah.
Sarah
Moore. So Sarah comes over to you. She is a kind of light brown hair, curly, and yeah, I mean, super cute bathing suit on. Like you've been noticing her, right? And maybe yeah, she's not like the top of your list, but she's certainly up there. And she comes over to you and is kind of leaning against you, sort of a thing, and she says, JJ, I saw you at that game a couple of weeks ago. Unbelievable.
Sarah, stop.
No, I mean, no one can catch a football like you can.
Well, no duh.
She chuckles, she giggles, and she says, you're so modest, JJ. I think she says, hey, listen, I mean, I know that we haven't hung out a lot recently, but like, I just think you're super cool. And I'm just curious if you wanted to, I don't know, go on a walk, just the two of us? I mean, the sun is setting and like the sky is like literally gold. Like it is so pretty out right now.
That'd be pretty rad.
And she like grabs you by the arm. She's like, "Come on!" Right? And the idea here is you're going to end up at the makeout car, right?
Right.
And so I think we come back over to let's cut back to Arthur actually for a second here. Arthur, I think you've dug the grave for the seagull, right? Have you given it a little candlelight vigil and like, is it extra?
Oh, of course it's extra.
The funeral, yeah. It's around the time that you finish the little funeral and like, okay, now back to my sandcastle, right? That you see something right over the next sand dune. It looks like maybe fur. It's not moving. You tell me, Arthur. Do you have a pet?
A pet hamster.
All right, never mind. Emily, do you have a pet?
We have so many animals. Like
yeah. Would it be sensible to say like you have a farm cat that's like recently went missing and you haven't seen it? But you know, farm cats do this all the time, right? Exactly. Yeah, they go. One of them just kind of disappeared for a little while.
Yeah.
You're assuming to come back. Arthur, you see a dead cat. Around across like over a sand dune, further up the shore.
Arthur goes, "Oh no! At this rate, I'm going to have to start charging."
Oh, that just sold the whole thing. I love it. Yeah. So I think we see Arthur walk over to it, and yeah, like I mean, you've probably even maybe recognized the cat, right? Like you've been out to their farm plenty of times. Maybe they have 10 cats, so it's not 100% sure, but like it seems familiar to you, and it has the same like kind of bite or peck marks or something going on with it. Yeah, just all over its body. Very dead.
I'd like to further investigate the peck marks.
Sure. Yeah. Let's have you roll and investigate.
Let's see if I can figure out what kind of thing can peck like this. Let's investigate.
Mm-hmm. One success.
I'm such an investigator. Let me try it again. I'm such an investigator.
Yeah, I mean, definitely bird pecks, right? A bird or probably multiple birds killed this animal.
Small birds, large birds.
Let's say
Pigeon
a bunch of
birds.
Yeah, I mean a bunch of medium-sized birds, not like a hawk level. And then it's about that time that I think we have JD. Patty comes up to you and says, hey, like we see her watch JJ walk off with Sarah, right? And then she like gets an idea, bites her lip a little bit, and then we see her walk over to JD, who's like, one of the bros has just like finished talking you up after the volleyball game, right? And she walks over to you and she says, JD, just the person I was looking for. And I think Patty is a just straight up like, Mean Girls style blonde, right? Just that's the vibe we immediately get from her.
Yeah. Hey, Patty.
Yeah. I have a huge favor to ask. One of the girls, she brought her car here. Her dad lent it to her. It was a whole big thing. Well, she got a flat tire, and she's
oh my gosh,
bummed about it. Her dad's gonna kill her.
Does she need help changing it?
Well, see that I didn't want to like ask if you didn't have anything.
No, oh my gosh, no. I can change a spare tire in my sleep.
It's such a bother. I know. I'm really sorry. Do you want to make an empathize check here? If you're fine just believing her, that's also okay.
I think I probably just believe her. Like, I'll make a check, but...
I assume you're probably going to fail it, but... Yep, there you go. Cool. Yeah, so seems on the up and up to you.
Do we get experience if we fail rolls?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me double check XP again. Whoop. Experience points. Let's see. No, at the end of every session, we do some questions for experience points, looks like. At least, let me double check.
Just wanted to check and make sure we shouldn't be like tracking failure rolls.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's just at the end of the session. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I think she says, it's just up by the parking lot. You should be able to find it. Blue, give some sort of model right for a car in the 80s, whatever that
Lumina.
Yeah, a blue Lumina. It should be really easy to find. I would go, but I have to help with the snacks.
Okay, yeah. Just let your friend know that I'll go change it real quick.
Of course, I will. Thank you
so she doesn't get
much,
like weirded out that I'm like at her car, you know?
Oh, I'm sure that she will not care in the slightest.
Okay.
She'll just be eternally grateful.
Have fun with the snacks.
Yeah, I gotta open all those bags of chips.
Somebody's gotta.
Perfect. So do you go over to Arthur at that point?
Yeah, I'd go over to like where he was doing his sandcastle thing.
Sweet.
Fun fact: Blue Lumina. Parents had a Blue Lumina.
Nice.
And it was definitely an 80s car.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, so Jordan, what is Arthur doing? Like, is he mourning the cat? What's happening there when JD walks up?
Like mourning and prepping for burial, and also like looking around up in the sky, trying to see if you can find any like murder birds.
Sure, yeah. I don't think
birdovers.
Yeah. Here, let me check.
I think you're going for ravens, right? Is it crows? Is it crows? Crows.
Yeah. I think you definitely see a bunch of seagulls. Right, they're up in the air, but nothing beyond that. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, he just keeps checking on occasion. And so, does he notice JD walking up?
I mean, I probably see you and go like, "Hey, Arthur."
And okay, so Arthur turns around and goes, JD! I lost the voice. Hold on. There it is. Okay. JD! I think I found your cat.
What? And I like look over and I'm like, oh my gosh. Kitty 5.
Kitty 5. Kitty 5.
No.
I knew that Emily was going to have a name for this cat, so I didn't even try to generate one.
You know, I was waiting for something like Whiskers.
Uh-huh.
or Blossom or something like that. I don't know. I didn't expect Kitty 5.
Kitty
possible Arthur
5,
doesn't.
so special and precious to me. I can't believe you found her like this. You found her like this, right? You didn't do this, Arthur.
I just found her like this right over there.
Okay.
But
just want to make sure.
I'm starting to develop a southern accent myself.
Are you making fun of me?
Always no. Hold on. I have to get the voice again. Okay, I've got the voice again. I just found her over there, but she had all these peck marks, like she was pecked to death. But I also
Jerry.
What'd you say?
Do you think Jerry did this?
The pigeon.
Oh, Jerry. Maybe it was Jerry. And then he starts to uncover the other bird that was buried and shows her that one too.
That one's a seagull, but yeah.
Yeah,
I don't need to. Why are so many dead animals happening around you? This is concerning, Arthur. Let's leave the dead seagull can stay here. Kitty 5 will be going back with us when we leave. And then you should come with me right now so I can show you how to change a tire. You don't have no daddy no more, so I gotta teach you.
Okay, that works for me. By the way, have we decided how the dad has died? Are we going to decide that?
I think I assumed the dad left.
Oh no, he left.
Okay,
yeah.
He left. Okay, for some reason I thought it was like, man, what if it was like you died in a drunk driving incident or something, and that's part of the reason why JJ doesn't like to drink, or was trying to avoid drinking because it's like freaking dead.
I mean, he probably doesn't drink milk because Daddy went out for milk one day and never came back.
Yeah, there you go.
And JD's like always trying to get him to drink milk because she's from the farm. She's like, you gotta drink milk.
He has flashbacks every time. Cool, yeah. So JD and Arthur, you head up the trail back to the little kind of small parking lot up here. And yeah, I mean,
I start explaining the steps of how to change a tire as we're going up, so Arthur's prepared.
And you see the blue lumina for sure. It's kind of like off on the back of the little parking lot here, in between two other cars. Because they want to make it. It's no need to make it conspicuous that this is the makeout car. But as you get closer, you can definitely tell that the windows are fogged up a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I'm not paying the closest attention to the windows. I'm looking at the tires to see which one's flat.
Do I notice that? Do I notice the...
Yeah, you can make an investigate check. Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably pretty laser focused on the tires. I don't know if I would even notice the windows.
Okay, yeah, neither does Arthur. Yeah.
So I don't notice the windows.
I guess you don't. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Or I see the windows and I think it's like a pot of chili or something.
Either way, you don't think about it, right?
Okay.
Chili.
But yeah, I mean, I think we just see
food in that vehicle.
Yeah, we just see JD and Arthur just start to figure, change the tire.
Is there actually a flat tire? I thought the whole thing is there wasn't going to be a flat tire.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, obviously that would be the case. I guess I just kind of wanted to see you guys do a tinker roll, but this makes sense. So yeah, JD, you look around, right? You see all four tires, and you're like, no, these are flat. What are you talking about, right?
Yeah, so I just kind of
and you're like, there's not even a spare tire.
None of them are flat. I think can I roll investigate to see if I just see any other cars with flat tires? I'm like, did she just tell me the wrong car?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me just see if there's any tires I can change in this whole parking lot.
Mm-hmm. That's a 0, man. There's just failure after failure.
I mean, I'm only rolling 2 dice for that.
Yeah. So I mean, JD, to you, it's no other flat tires. You're convinced that I think the failure mostly means you think that there is something else wrong with the car. Maybe Patty doesn't know anything about cars. It must be something else wrong with the car, right?
Okay. So I guess I'm going up to the car and I trying to open the hood. This makes like,
Sure. I think.
I
mean,
even if it's foggy, you guys would still see people in there.
I think by this point, like
now
we just looking at the tires.
Like if I'm walking up and I'm like, oh, we're going to be changing a tire, I'm just looking at the tires.
Yeah. So and again, the sun is setting, right? Like it's getting darker. I think that what we see is like JD goes around to the front, right? And I don't know anything about cars in the 80s. Would you have to go inside the car to open the hood?
I have no idea, but I feel like
yes. Okay.
I probably am also like, once I see there's no flat tires, I may be like getting out my flashlight too, because of course I have a flashlight. It's useful.
Yeah.
To try and see like if there's something wrong with the car.
Yeah. So let's say you like go under the you're going under the car for a second first, right? And you're just trying to take a look at the stuff, and then you see the car like like the right, it kind of bumps up and down.
Oh come on, it's a makeout car, not a like.
Well, yeah, but
you have to.
I know.
You're moving
around. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's. Come on, but like it's not like it's up to JD.
Somebody in the car.
Yes, that's what I. The main
know
thing.
What that experience is like, so I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, it depends on how vigorous the making out is.
Okay, I roll out from under the car and like pop up and with my flashlight where I look like I'm a weird cop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Be like, who's in there?
And at that point, you notice that the back seats are all the way down, and the two of them are making out. Up to you, JJ. How do you want to describe this to us?
I don't think I want to describe it.
Just making out.
But I feel like as soon as I see like the flash, like light, I might do think it's the cops for a second,
Right.
And I'm like,
what would your response be to that?
So I just sit up and just be like, oh crap. But so I think like
what is it?
Be like, there's someone with a flashlight right out there.
Oh my gosh.
And then like I want to like peek out, like look closer and do. I mean,
I'm like peeking. I'm like, is your car okay? Patty told me that something was wrong with the car and said there was a flat tire.
Get out of here!
All the tires look. Is the car okay? Patty told me to come help with the car.
There's nothing to do. The car is fine, JD. Sarah says.
Oh, okay. What are y'all doing back there?
JD, get out of here!
I think it's at that point, Jada, that even you start to understand what is occurring.
Oh, and so I just kind of go, Arthur, we gotta go.
What has Arthur been doing?
Arthur's just kind of following behind and like, this is a really weird way to change a car tire. There's so many things I didn't know. You have to have someone making out inside.
I'm just like, Arthur, no, there was no tire. There was no flat tire. We were lied to.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was lied to.
So you guys head back, and I think when you guys left, we saw like Patty sidle up to Robbie and like take him off somewhere as well, right? But
that must be so embarrassing for JD because
So real quick before you guys are walking back, I do think we go back to JJ for a second, and I think Sarah, like as they've left, like they've walked away enough distance that like, but like I'm curious, would JJ just go like, okay, well, back to making out?
Well, is she like embarrassed or like turned off by this like whole thing?
I think
like,
so,
what
right?
Did she
like
say?
I was curious, like if JJ was like oblivious to that. You know what? Let's make an empathize check. Let's do that first.
Oh, man, really? I have. Oh man, I suck at this. Oh, actually, I have a +1 to it, but I only have a +2 to mine. So okay.
Whoa!
I know women, I guess. Besides JD, but JD's just one of the bros, so I don't understand her.
She's barely a girl. Let's see, empathize. I'm just curious what. Oh yeah, if you succeed, you get to ask 2 questions.
Oh, okay.
what is her weak spot? How can I make her do something? What does she feel? What does she want? What will she do? Is she lying? So obviously, what does she feel? I assume, right? Is what you're, or maybe what does she want?
I was gonna do what was the second question? It was like,
how can I make her do something?
How can I make her do something? Because I want to go back to making out, obviously, right? And what is she feeling? I think,
What is she feeling? And then a bonus effect with you, because you got an extra success, you can ask one additional question and take +1 die on one roll when you use the information.
Okay.
So would you like to do that?
Yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So another question.
What does she want?
Yeah. Or was
might give you the same answer.
What is she thinking? Was that one?
What is her weak spot? How can I make her do something? What does she feel? What does she want? What will she do? Is she lying?
Gosh, I can't remember all those questions.
What
does she want? I think makes sense. What does she want?
What does she want? So let's go down these. So what does she feel? Embarrassed, right? Like awkward. She's definitely turned off by this. What does she want? I think she wants to
like affirmation. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of how to frame this with also,
I would just like to point out that we have a female who's playing a guy trying to figure out what a female is wanting.
Would want, right?
And the guy is trying to figure out what the woman is, like, what her motivation was.
Yeah, it's fun.
I just
role play.
Throw that out there, that this is a very interesting dynamic happening.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't play, guys.
Very obvious, yeah. Let's see. What does she want? I think she wants to talk now. She doesn't want to make out anymore. She wants to talk. Right?
Oh God.
Women. Women, I know. Disgusting.
How can I make her do something? And I assume, like,
how can I get her to just, like, make out again?
I think you can make her want to make out again by because I think part of the thing that she's embarrassed about is JD specifically, right? It was JD that found you, because everybody knows, like, there's talk, your neighbors, everybody knows that, like, you're there together. She's worried, right? Yes, exactly. So how can you make her make out again? You need to diss JD. You need to distance yourself from JD.
right? Oh no!
You need to make it clear to her that you're not interested in JD at all.
Okay, so I mean, here's what I think I'm gonna say, right? And be like, listen, Sarah, I'm so sorry about that. Like, that just wasn't cool of JD to do. I don't know what her problem is. Like,
I know, seriously, and making up that lie about, like, a car needing fixed. She just wanted to spy on us. That's so creepy.
The problem is that I've never seen JD like I see you. You know, she's just been a friend, you know, like a guy to me.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Guys do dumb things like that all the time. Maybe she doesn't know any better. She's been growing up around those farm boys or whatever. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm different, right?
Of course. You're one of the most special girls I've ever met.
How special? What's special about me specifically?
Teen pregnancy special. That's where it feels like this is
special. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like JJ's just gonna, like,
and again, you succeeded the role, so you're gonna say the right thing. It's just
right. I think he's just gonna be like, I mean, you're so, you know, kind, and, you know, you're not like the other girls who are just so petty, and, you know, just, you know, you're easy to talk to, just like this. We could just talk, and, you know, about, you know, what's going on, and I love that about you.
Yeah. Let's have you make the roll. Let's have you make a charm roll, because you do get the like +1 dice, right?
Right,
one
right,
bonus
right,
die
for
from
this, right.
the answer, right? But yeah, let's have you make a charm roll.
Oh no!
Yikes! That was
Oh,
so many
no.
dice too.
I had 7 dice. That is so unlikely.
Are you gonna
Okay.
reroll?
Wow.
Yeah, would you want to spend a point of luck or take an addition or?
I can only reroll 1 die.
No, you reroll
No,
all
you
the
reroll
failed
all
dice.
7.
Oh, all failed dice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I feel like I should, right? This
Mhm.
should for sure be one of my luck points for sure. Yeah. Okay. So I just reroll the whole.
You can click on
just
that
click reroll.
button there. Yeah. Hey, there you go. That's all you needed, right?
Oh my
Still-
gosh! 1 success with
I know.
all that.
Very unlikely. But again,
And
all you needed.
14.
Yep.
I
all
rolled
you
14
needed,
dice and I got 1 success. That's wild.
Yeah. Well, unlike Burning Wheel, it's not 4, 5, 6 for successes on this, so it is just
I know, but
getting
still.
1, 6. But yeah, still. Yeah. So we just see her pull you close and you start making out again, right? So JJ is gonna be in the makeout car for what's gonna happen next here. So, JD and Arthur, you make your way back to the beach, and right before you kind of round the corner where you would have a clear sight of the beach, you hear someone scream. I think it's a girl. What do you do? Do you like immediately run? Do you take your time?
Does it sound like a scared scream?
Yeah, it's a terrified scream, and then you hear like if you hesitate even for a moment, it's like the whole beach erupts into noise.
No,
right?
If the scream sounds scared, I'd like start running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you take off.
Arthur just goes, "Wait up! My little legs have a hard time keeping up." He's just like,
Yep. Let's have you both make move rolls.
Oh boy.
Just to see how fast you get there.
Oh,
Hey.
wait, there we go.
I was gonna say with 2 successes, JD, you can help. You can have Arthur succeed with you.
I grab your hand and drag you along with me.
Cool. So you both show up just in time to see. I think it must be Patty. Yeah. You see Patty being attacked by seagulls. And like a whole swarm of seagulls, and like everyone is like freaking out, and the girls are running and screaming away. The guys are like frozen for a moment. Maybe like just Mike is like trying to like get the birds off of her, but she's literally being attacked by seagulls. What do you do?
Yeah, can I try and tackle her to cover her?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, make a move check.
Oh no.
That's a
Okay,
0.
I want to re-roll.
Point of luck.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like this is important.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
My gosh.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it again. I think the only option here would be if you want to spend your pride.
So early, do I already spend my pride? I mean, does she look like she's being attacked to the point of the cat and the bird that were killed?
Oh yeah.
By...
100%. Like this is this is not normal seagulls picking on someone
I'll
because they have
spend my
food.
pride.
Yeah.
I can't let a girl get killed by seagulls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you barely I think it honestly takes you a moment, because I think as soon as you get within near her, some of the seagulls start attacking you too, right? Like they're starting to try to peck at you, and you just manage to brush them off and slap one out of the air, and then you manage to dive on Patty, and yeah, you dive to the ground. You're protecting her with your body, and I think because you spent your pride, I think we'll let you get off with just
Also, it's narrated that I am covered in sturdy clothing.
That's true.
My arms
there you
aren't,
go.
but I said I wear sturdy, good pants and boots, and
yeah.
my
So I think
covered.
you get off with just a couple of stinging bites, right? You're not going to get any conditions from this, but especially because you use your pride. So she's totally safe. Maybe she probably has some bites too, but she's not dead. And you manage to save her. That your stalling here is just long enough for the guys to come in with whatever large bats or whatever sports equipment they have to literally beat off
folding chairs.
Yeah, folding chairs. Yeah, just to beat off the seagulls, and eventually the seagulls fly away. And yeah, Patty is just oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I'm just kind of
it's over.
I like kind of roll off of her and I go, "You're good."
Arthur, what were you doing during that time? If you were like just watching, I'll let you make a comprehend roll.
Yeah, I was kind of watching and trying to figure stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur didn't come in with a baseball bat to attack the seagulls. Shocker.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, so I think the thing that you notice about this is like they are the way that they're working together, it was way too coordinated for birds. And like I don't think seagulls are that coordinated to begin with, right? I don't think they have flocks per se, right? Not in the same way that like other birds do. So like this is very unusual. It's almost as if they are like way smarter than they should be. And yeah, I mean they were literally coordinating an attack on her with the intent to kill, right? The other thing you get from succeeding on this comprehend roll is like you're like, okay, something's going on with birds, right? But you remember reading about an ornithologist that lives in town named Christopher Boyd. He lives honestly not too far away from where you live. And if anyone would know anything more about weird bird attacks, it would be him. You could also go to like a library to learn more about this. But at this point, like we've reached the end of Arthur's knowledge about this subject, and like he's just like, this is weird, something's going on, but you know where to go next.
Christopher Boyd sounds oddly familiar, Caleb.
Christopher Lloyd.
Didn't we have I feel like there was a character from the last time we played Tales of the Loop with a very similar name.
Was there? Oh, it might have been.
Because I thought like someone was related to the cabins or to the... I'm like, is this like a thing with Tales of the Loop that there's one character that just recurs through all of it?
No. Technically, the adventure module we're playing in right now is set in the same town as the other one. I just changed the towns for this one. We're doing it our own thing. Yeah. I don't think Christopher Boyd was... I just listened to those ones. I don't think Christopher Boyd was used. Nicholas Evans was the name that was associated with a cabin specifically. But
okay.
Yeah, so that's what you know, Arthur.
A little bit of stuff.
And yeah, so I mean, the guys like walk over to you, JD, and are like, I think Mike says, "Wow, thanks, JD. I don't know what we would have done without you here. I mean, that was brave."
I mean, I couldn't just like watch somebody get maimed.
Yeah, Patty is just kind of like hyperventilating nearby, and like Robbie came over to her and like is trying to like comfort her, but she like shrugs him off. Like, get away from me, Robbie. I don't want to talk to you right now, right? And he's like, "What do I do?" Right? And yeah, Patty's
I'm just kind of like, I would have been here sooner, but I was trying to like go fix a car in the parking lot that Patty said had a flat, but then there wasn't any cars with flat, so I don't know.
Yeah, Mike just kind of frowns. Well, I'm glad you were here when you were. And then we see Patty like just like grab her legs and like you know, I'm trying to remember how to describe that, but you know what I'm talking about, where she's sitting on the ground and hugs her legs close to her chest. Yeah. So Arthur, JD, anything that you're doing in the immediate? Everyone's mood in the party is kind of thrown off, and no one's entirely sure if they're gonna keep going.
I think I probably am like, I might call it a night, Arthur. And I think I might just go grab Kitty 5 and go back and lay her to rest at home.
I have an idea.
I'm a little nervous.
Well, I mean, this is kind of Arthur saying this to himself. He's like, he probably says, "Yeah, it's probably not very safe to stay around here." But he's also saying to himself, "I have an idea." So Arthur wants to see if he can create something, or really, I want to reprogram my radio on the watch to let out a really like. My hope is that there's like a frequency that that birds just don't like to hear.
Hey, you know what? There's actually a dead seagull on the ground that was hit by one of the dudes. Do you want to take a closer look at it?
Yeah.
How about you make a calculate test for me first?
2, 4, 6, 8. Time for me to calculate.
There you go. Yeah, so Jordan, the thing that your character notices about this is there are small stitches on the head of the bird and signs of a microchip having been inserted.
I take out the microchip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see, you can, I don't think you know a whole lot more about this technology. It's very, far more advanced than you're familiar with. But you can certainly attempt with the microchip in hand, you can certainly attempt something with your watch to make a frequency that would maybe like jam, or like keep them away or something, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. What is it, like program? Is that a?
That was my hope.
To roll? Yeah, I think it would be program.
No bonus dice?
Don't think so. Well, let's make this 2 successes.
Okay.
Okay, only have one. As a reminder, these are re-rolling failed dice. So if you'd like to spend a point of luck, you could re-roll your failed dice and try to get another success.
Okay, how many points of luck do I have? I have 5.
Yeah, you have a lot.
When I use my iconic item, I get a +2 bonus, right?
You do, yes. Sorry, so go ahead and you can just roll that again if you'd like. Just
Okay.
Do the roll again with 2 bonus dice.
Okay. Program?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Same roll, right? So we know that you're in the same position, but you can do a reroll at this point, right?
Yeah, I'll do a reroll. That's 1 out of 5 luck. Are you
there
kidding?
You That's all you need, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 successes. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's adding on. It's rerolling the failed dice, not all the dice.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you had 8 dice, right? As your lance having. All right, cool. Yeah, so Arthur, you were assured at this point that like you're at least like in a small bubble around you when you turn this on. Like it's not pleasant to listen to yourself, so it's not something you would want to have on constantly. But you know that in a pinch you could turn it on and protect you and whoever was immediately around you from these birds. Cool.
He says to himself, as JJ would say, ballin'.
Yeah, so speaking of JJ, I think your makeout session finishes and like the two of you are probably like going back down to the party, and you can see that it's all breaking up, like people are just like leaving. Honestly, even like you probably get out of the car because you hear the car door next to you like open and close, like someone's leaving, their car turns on, and you see like Robbie. Oh, you muted, by the way.
I think it's probable that we heard the scream as well. So like we heard that and we were really deep in conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I think
maybe like the car next to us leaves and we're like, okay, let's go see what's happening.
Yeah, and I think you see Mike like coming up from the trail before you even get down all the way, right? And he just says, "Sorry, man, party's over. Patty got really hurt. There was some freak bird attack. Like everyone's kind of bummed about it."
Was it that Jerry bird?
What?
Never mind. Sorry. Well, that sucks, man. This is, I was really looking forward to hanging out more.
Let's be real. I might try to get an after party started. I'll call you on your home phone if I manage to do it.
Sounds good. Yeah, let me know. Man,
I think your brother's back down there, though.
Ugh. All right.
Yeah, I think Sarah clings to your arm and she says, "Bird attack? JJ, can I come back to your house tonight?"
Oh, God. Be like,
I don't know if I feel safe walking home alone.
Okay, so I think JJ's just going to be like, "Sarah, Patty's just always been so dramatic. I'm sure it was just like a bird, and you know how she is. She's just, if it's not about her, she just has to ruin everything else. So I'll see you at the after party. It'll be fine."
Go ahead and make a charm test.
Yeah,
I'll give you a bonus die for the successful makeout session, but
okay. I swear, 7 dice
Words
again.
that I never thought I'd hear. I'll give you an extra bonus day for this.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Tisa says you're good to go. I think she gives you a kiss on the cheek and she says, "All right, well, I'll be looking forward to it." And then she walks away. She said, "Jane, wait up. Is your head okay?" Yeah, and then JD, you're just walking up the trail to get your tractor.
I have Kitty 5 with me.
Is Arthur next to you, Arthur?
I don't know. I told Arthur that I am headed home. So if you want a ride, you come now.
Yeah. So you see the two of them walk up then, JJ, and yeah, she's holding the body of a dead cat, and
I just kind of pass you and go hey, we're headed out. It's been a little too much excitement tonight. Do you want to ride back, or are you going to find your own ride?
She's talking to you, Alyssa.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Arthur. No, JJ will just be like, yeah, let's just go home.
Okay. So
are we cool, by the way?
Yeah, why wouldn't we be cool?
I just making sure. It's a little weird back there, so.
Well, it was just weird because Patty told me that car had a flat tire. And there was no flat tires. So then I was thinking, well, maybe Patty's just getting her car stuff confused and there was something else wrong. So that's why I was looking around with the flashlight trying to figure out, is there just something else wrong with the car? I just wasn't sure if you were just spying on me or something, or I just want to make sure that we're spying on you.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So that's what it looks like with the
kind
flashlight
of a weird,
and everything.
Strange thing to accuse me of spying on
that's
you.
just what it looked like with the flashlight. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure we're cool. That's all. If we're cool, then we're good. We'll just drop it.
We're cool really until you started talking.
I was cool with you. You sound like you're not cool with me.
No, I'm cool. It's good. We're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to do a comprehend. Oh, no, what would that? Empathize? Would that be empathize?
What do you want to do this for?
I want to understand what the heck is happening right now between these two.
I think we've established that you already know.
No, right, but in this exact scenario, what is...
Sure. Yeah, you can do it.
Or if you're already always trying to get us together, what you can say to make us actually cool with each other.
True. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so go ahead and make empathize.
Empathize. No bonus dash. Doesn't work.
Should I reroll?
Days, though. Whatever, I have the luck for it. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Never mind. Okay, yep. Their minds are an enigma.
Teenagers.
Yeah. Is that the end of the conversation between the two of you then?
I think
an
so,
awkward tractor ride home.
Yep, with Kitty 5 in my arms.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. So let me take a look at my notes real quick here. Cool. Yeah. So is the plan you're gonna go back to your house, JD, and you're just gonna drop them off?
Yeah, I gotta lay Kitty 5 to rest.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we can maybe skip forward a little bit here. You're gonna do that. Arthur, you had an idea. Was that something you were gonna do tonight?
For the watch.
Oh, was that your idea and you already did it?
Yeah, the idea was to do the thing with the watch. And so if I've already done it, then tonight what I'd probably do is try to get more research on Bird Brain. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So I think when you guys get home, because you drop them off first, JD JJ, the first thing you notice is that the answering machine has a message. You're muted, but I assume you check it.
Okay. Oh God. All right. It's probably mom. What's up?
Yeah. So it's your mom basically, and she sounds. Well, I'll just say what the message says. She says, "Hey dearies, all right, I'm gonna be out a little bit longer than I thought. The girls and I are out for drinks. I'm calling you from the restaurant. It'll be a little while. Just, watch a movie or something. I'll be home soon. Love you." And this is like something that she's been doing lately. It's like going out drinking after the book club, and then she doesn't come home until really late. So JJ, like, you could just leave Arthur here and probably get away with it. Like, she's gonna come home drunk. Like, she's not gonna notice anything.
Are you saying I should sneak out?
Are you gonna sneak out?
I think so.
All right. Cool. So
I don't want my little brother to go again, and things are weird with JD, so I might as well sneak out, try to go to this after party.
Yeah, so
things
Arthur...
aren't weird. You saying they're weird is making them weird.
Uh-huh.
It's only weird because you're making it weird.
So Arthur, would you like would it matter if basically what I'm asking is, should JJ roll a sneak test here? Like, would you, knowing that he left, like, change anything?
Probably not.
Okay. You're just gonna stay at home anyway?
Arthur might sneak out too, depending on what he needs to do for research.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Yeah, so I think we just see JJ,
there's a puzzle, and Arthur is determined now.
Yeah. We see JJ.
And it's like, if JJ can get away with it, then clearly the smarter sibling should be able to get away with it.
So I would just like to roll to see if I successfully leave without Arthur knowing.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sneak. Hey. 3
I
successes.
have done this before.
Yeah. Let's take a look at sneak bonus effects. See if there's anything interesting there. Give a success to another kid.
I am not bringing my brother along this time.
Yeah. You find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for. I don't know. Can we think of any succeed with style options here? Certainly your mom is not ever going to find out that you left unless you stay all unless you get back before or after she wakes up from her hangover tomorrow.
Right.
But is there anything else in particular you wanted from that?
I'm street smart, I know.
Yeah.
Just that Arthur doesn't know. So if he tries to sneak out, he's gonna be trying to sneak out and whatnot.
Right.
Man, I got this kind of a thing.
Sure.
But more so the fact that I made it to the party without my brother. So know,
of course,
I'm just they're oh man, you made it.
I think maybe we could even say I don't think maybe Arthur wasn't paying attention to Mike. I don't think Mike wasn't there when he he didn't hear anything about an after party. So he doesn't even know where you went either. So, or even if Arthur wanted to go looking for you, he has nowhere to start. So, cool. So I'm curious, JJ, you're just going to go straight there. You're not going to you're passing JJ's house or JD's house anyway.
Why would I want to sneak into her house?
Not sneak into her house.
Well, I mean, I'm out. I would be outside because if you're going straight to the party, I'm outside burying Kitty 5 next to Kitty 1, Kitty 2, and Kitty 7.
I'm just curious if JJ stops to pay his respects or...
Well, I don't think so because he doesn't want JD to know that he's sneaking out.
Just curious.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I feel probably not. I don't think so. I think JJ is pretty, and not being a very good friend right now.
All right. Yeah. So we see JJ sneak off to Mike's house. And Arthur, let's have you Actually, well, I guess here's a question. JD, are you doing anything in particular beyond burying your cat? You just gonna go to bed after that?
I think I might take a path and go to the lake and just kind of like look at the stars by the lake.
Sure. Let's have you make a test. Not to get there or anything, but I'm curious. Let's have you roll.
How many stars do you count?
A comprehend.
Can I comprehend the universe?
Let's have you roll a comprehend. It's not for that though.
Nope.
That is a 0.
Shocker,
you want to spend
I
anything on
failed.
that? Yeah, there's very little chance.
Nope.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we just see that. I think we as the audience see some pigeons fly overhead, but that's it. Cool. So Arthur, let's have you make a roll here. I think it's comprehend again. You're trying to get information on the ornithologist specifically.
I'm gonna start by trying to get information just staying home.
Yep.
Like what can I garner while I'm still just here? Like watching TV or
look through your mom's
articles,
books. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey.
All right, that's 1. Sure, yeah. So Christopher Boyd, let's see. He's a well-known figure. He became a well-known figure on a nature program, probably like NBC or something, some nature special about birds. That's the reason that you would thought of his name. But shortly after that, he was bitten by a swan. No one knows if it was fear after the bite or the wound infection that changed Christopher, but he became introverted, paranoid, and terrified. Like, not much is known about him after that point, but he kind of went a little cuckoo and has isolated himself in his house ever since. Yeah.
He got bit by a radioactive swan, and now he's Swan Man?
That's maybe a conclusion Arthur comes to. But yeah, so he's like a large bald man with a big beard. He has huge hands, but like the special that you managed to drudge up, maybe your mom taped it at some point, right? He has a really soft voice like this, but he's like this big man with a big beard, and yeah. That's what you know about Christopher Boyd.
Okay.
I think the one line we get from as you watch the special is Christopher Boyd looks into the camera and he says, "The woodpecker strikes with its sharp beak 8 to 10 times a second. It can make holes in cement. Imagine what would happen if it attacked your skull." We get that ominous line as Arthur pauses it and he's like,
I have met a man who is trying to weaponize birds.
Yeah. Do you do anything about it that night?
Man.
Or were you just kind of wait for the next day?
I start creating anti-bird inventions. And I start running calculations to see how fast I'd have to be to run away from the birds.
All right, you do that.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a role there, but yeah. Yeah, we just see you're planning.
Yeah, because I don't think there's a whole lot else I can do from home this evening.
Agreed. Yeah.
And it's getting lit, and I need to go to bed soon.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. So, JJ, you show up at Mike's house. I'm gonna take a look at my countdown here.
Wazowski.
I think I don't know about you, but I feel like we can maybe even just pass over the after party.
Yeah,
scene.
that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I went. That's fine.
Yep. I can't think of it. I was trying to think of if there was something interesting that could happen there, then we could have played it out. But I think it makes sense to just kind of skip ahead to the next day. Let's say that was a Friday, and so it's Saturday, and during the summer, the next day, your mom got there really late the night before and is still sleeping at like 9 a.m. What are the rest of you planning on doing today? Obviously, Arthur is
I mean, it's 9 a.m. I've already been up for 4 hours.
Yeah, yes, of course. Let's cut back to JD. Let's do this. Let's say you wake up, crack of dawn, and even before the crack of dawn, and you come downstairs, your little farmhouse here, and your dad is always up. I think there's been this like thing with you and your dad where like for a while there when you were younger, you noticed how early your dad got up, and you would always try to get up a little bit earlier than him, and it seemed like no matter how early you tried to wake up, he was already up, and it was just impossible for you to ever be more ambitious than your father was, right? With waking up early, and so you just kind of settled on like 3 or 4 a.m. or whatever, right? But I think he is downstairs at the table in the kitchen, eating some breakfast, and drinking his coffee. You were reading the newspaper, and you come down, and maybe you're like halfway down the stairs, and you're about to like even just say like "Good morning, Dad," and your dad like he was drinking some coffee, and he just puts his coffee down, and just starts like really, really going at it, coughing.
I probably like rush down the stairs and I'm like, Dad, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Like, pat his back a little bit. I like go to the sink and get him some water.
Thank you, dearie. That really, sometimes the coffee just goes down the wrong pipe, and you can tell that like that's not the truth of what just happened there, but up early, I see. What are the plans today, JD?
Well, I was just gonna get my chores done. I don't know from there.
Yeah, why are you talking about chores on a day like this? It's a beautiful summer day in Crescent City. You know what,
Daddy? How can you say
JD,
it's a beautiful day? The day hasn't even started yet.
I can just tell these things. You have to trust me. JD, and he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. He's still sitting down, right? He says, "How about you go ahead and take the day off from chores? Just go have fun. The day is young. Life is short. You got to do what makes you happy."
Are you gonna take a day off?
Oh, no, I couldn't. Too much to do. But the farm hands will help. It'll be fine.
What if you take a day off and I don't?
No, that's ridiculous. You're 13. You should be living.
I am. JD thinks about this. I was about to be like, I went to a party last night, but then I was like, maybe not what I should say right now.
Yeah.
And I just kind of say, Daddy, I am living. Nobody else is awake right now anyway. What am I going to be doing? Hanging out with the cows?
They're good company. If you get to them in the right mood. Listen, JD, I just don't want you to waste your time,
I don't
There's
feel
always
like my
be more
time's
time.
wasted when I'm here with you guys.
I appreciate that, but I really have to insist on this one. You go get some more sleep.
Okay, but like I'm awake now. I really just don't really understand what I'm supposed to do at this point because I'm up and it's summer, so it's not like I have any schoolwork to do, and my friends are all going to be sleeping for the next 6 hours. So
Yeah.
like, are you
He has, like,
telling me
just
that
a-
I just have to go spend time in my room alone.
He has like a sad smile on his face, and I think he says, "Do you want to make a let's have you make a charm test? Like you're trying to like convince him, like, yeah, like this is you're being silly here."
Yeah. No.
Want to reroll?
No, I want to use a luck point.
All right, go for it.
1 success.
Nice. Yeah, so I think he has like a sad smile on his face, and he says, "You know what, JD, you're right. You're right. How about the two of us? We'll walk down to the ocean and just watch the sun come up. You and me."
Okay, I like that idea. Do you want? We're gonna walk. Do you not want to take the tractor?
I suppose it is a bit of a way. Yeah, we'll take the tractor.
Okay.
Hopefully, we don't bother our neighbors too much.
They're used to it by now.
Sure that they are. He looks at you and says, "I love you, JD. Always."
Love you too, Daddy.
Yeah. And we just see the two of you like head out.
Caleb, you sick son of a
He's not gonna die in this
You're
session.
gonna kill the dad. I know you're gonna kill the dad.
Maybe next session. All right, so
Look, that's why I used a luck point to hang out with my dad.
Yep.
I have to hang out with my fake dad before he dies.
So JJ, what do we see from you? What do you get up in the morning?
I probably get up right before my mother and start cooking some breakfast.
Okay.
For her hangover,
Yeah.
nice greasy bacon.
Yep. Arthur, are you up around this time too? You getting breakfast too? What do we see from the shot of the
I'm probably
kitchen?
making breakfast for him.
Mm-hmm. Like, do we see like Arthur at the kitchen table, like doing his computer stuff or whatever while JJ's making breakfast? Or
no, breakfast is for comic books.
Okay, so you're sitting at the table reading comic books.
Yep, I have like the stereotypical dad posture. Glasses are on, but instead of a newspaper, it's just comic books.
Yeah. And you probably have like, do you have like a cup of coffee like a dad would, right?
Yeah, it's like a cup of coffee, but it's just juice. It's just orange juice.
Right. But it's like in a mug, right? So we can't even tell at first. Yeah.
No, it's chocolate milk, so it looks like coffee.
Yes, perfect. Yes. Yeah, I'm imagining like JJ is like making breakfast, and then we see Arthur, and you can change this if you don't think this will be what happens, but we see like Arthur like down the chocolate milk and he says, "JJ, another," right? Something like that.
I think he like tries that once and then like gets the stern look probably.
I will beat you up.
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts.
So, okay. Really quick random side tangent. There's a music store in Wichita that is called EM Shorts.
Eat my shorts. Yeah. There he is.
Yep.
I don't know. That was just one of the slang words that I saw.
Yep.
So
Oh, it's definitely an 80s thing. Yeah, I think he says sorry and then just goes back to reading.
Yeah, so your mom walks in, and
Good morning, Mother!
not so loud, sweetie. Not so loud.
Good morning, Mother!
I like
That's
set
better.
the plate down like in front of her and just say, "Morning."
Did you cook the eggs with the bacon grease?
Yes.
Good. Can't waste no bacon grease. And yeah, she's still in like her pajamas or whatever, right? Or maybe not even her pajamas, probably just whatever she was wearing the night before. Her hair's all rumpled. You know, takes a couple bites of eggs and grabs some bacon, and she says, "How was your boys' night last night? Watch any
It's
good
fine.
programs?"
So they went to bed. I think Arthur did some calculations.
Okay, you want to make a charm test or lie?
Yeah, I guess.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. She looks at you, gives you like a discerning look, and then just nods to herself. So what's your boys' plans this morning?
I don't know. I think I
And
was
like it's already 10 a.m. at this point, basically, right?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was gonna see what maybe Mike was up to, or maybe JD.
Yeah. That's good. You boys have fun. I'm gonna take it easy today.
You do that, Mom.
Would you give me a glass of juice there, honey? Maybe some no juice, coffee. Just black.
Yeah, I'm like go over and start making coffee in the coffee pot because I'm certain JJ has done this many times before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we see that exact thing. Yeah. So she looks over you, Arthur, and says, "Arthur, what are you reading, honey?" Again, you can just insert comic book name here, right?
Insert comic book name here. Hold, please.
Yeah, comic that came out in 1986 in the summer.
Ooh. Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you say that. Do you start describing the story to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, that sounds a little violent."
He just goes, "Sometimes justice is violent, mother."
He's like, "Can I see that, dear?"
He shows like the end, like he holds it up and he shows the very end scene, and it's like everything is restored and justice fun, and then it's like the happy ending scene where it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is okay.
Do you want to make a charm roll for me? She is your you are her favorite, but like she cares about the moral well-being of her boys.
I feel like he should get a +1 for being the favorite.
Sure, yeah, you can take a bonus die.
Okay.
Because otherwise she's gonna grab the. Okay, yeah,
hey!
I think you're good. Otherwise, she was gonna grab the comic from you and start flipping through and be like, "There's a woman's breast in here." Right?
What in the dark net?
Yeah, exactly.
I missed this. This must be a misprint. I have to return this and get a real print.
I was gonna say I've seen the animated version of the actual animation of it. So, not the most tame of comics. She just nods. She says, "Oh, good. Yeah, peace, justice. Well, good boy, Arthur. Where's that coffee, JJ?"
Right here, Mom. He just goes over and hands it to her.
So I'm curious if Arthur brings up I think we even maybe see your mom like take a couple of bites of the food and like take a big drink of the coffee and then say, "Excuse me, boys," and then she like runs to the bathroom. I think I'm curious, and this is maybe just my GM instincts. I'm curious if Arthur brings up what he learned last night to JJ when their mom isn't around. Because obviously JJ and JD could just keep doing their normal teenager things, but I feel like Arthur is going to be the one to draw them into the main plot here.
I think part of me thinks that Arthur would just straight up tell, like when Mom asks what the boys are planning on doing for the day. I think Arthur's response is just straight up, "I'm going to go interview, or I'm going to go research TV celebrity intellectual person, whatever. I don't know how to phrase that.
Ornithologist."
And then she'll be like, "That's nice, honey.
That's
JJ,
nice, honey.
You need to go with him and escort him."
And I think he was going to even throw in to try to stop his evil plots with birds, or like something like that sounds like off the wall comic booky.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's say that she didn't leave then, and she's still at the table, and she says, "Dear, you never told me what you were going to do."
Yeah, so I think he goes, "Oh man, how? I'm going to go research a bird Bird expert.
Ornithologist is the specific word, but
what is it?
Ornithologist.
I'm going to go do research on an ornithologist so I can stop his evil schemes to take over the world with birds.
That's nice, dearie. JJ, can you go with him, please? And then, excuse me, boys.
Mom.
If he's gonna go meet a TV celebrity, I know who you're talking about there, Arthur. I remember him being a very nice man, very soft voice, very kind with children. I'm sure that he would love to have a chat with you about birds. JJ, you gotta go with him, make sure nothing happens. I'm sure this man is... You have all day to do the rest of whatever you wanted to do. You just gotta go with him for this one thing. Him? She gives you the look.
Because I'm not the one who went to get milk.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the look. She says, just be back for dinner, whatever you two get up to. I'll be ordering in pizzas. Your favorite, Arthur.
Score.
Typical, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he else? Is gonna if this was just like a quick if this wasn't getting into the main plot, I think he would have probably backfired a little bit, but I want to go along with whatever's happening here. So
yep. Cool. Yeah, so I think we get the two of you. So I'm curious. Obviously, it's been hours since JD got up. Let's try to find a way to have the three of you go to this house together.
What if JJ's maybe JD can give us a ride or something?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you just go up to their house. Maybe just the two of you walk over to their place.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we see. What's
JD's last name again?
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
My name is John Deere Johnson. How can you forget that?
Sorry, it wasn't on your character sheet. So
go ahead and describe for us, JD. What do they see when they walk up the road to the farmhouse?
Me and my daddy are outside. We give my tractor a nice washing already after getting back, and we're now repainting some of the details, touching stuff up with some yellow paint.
Sweet. Yeah, I think Mr. Johnson says, JJ, so good to see you. I'm so glad you stopped by. Here, we're just painting the tractor. You want to come help?
What's up, Mr. Johnson? Well, I was actually wondering if Janie wouldn't mind giving me and Arthur a ride somewhere. But we can help paint, though, first, if
Yeah, I mean, we got to finish this paint job first, and then it's going to have to dry for a little while. How about you stop in and grab some snacks? I'm sure that the missus would love to cook you up some cookies or something.
You're really going to say no to Mama?
Yeah, I think Arthur turns and grabs JJ by the head. Think about whose cookies we're talking. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost the voice again. Think of whose cookies we're talking about.
I just don't want to be a burden or anything like that.
No, not a burden at all. JD love to have you over.
Sure. Yeah, we'll help out if you don't mind giving us a ride later, JD. We'd appreciate it.
If this were Animaniacs or a show with fourth wall breaks, this would be the part where Arthur turns to the camera and says, "Yeah, I'm not so sure about that." About the comment of JD wanting over.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of well, where are y'all going?
Arthur, you want to tell her?
All right, what did you say it was? An ornithologist?
Ornithologist.
Ornithologist.
Ornithologist. Here, I'll spell it for you.
Ornithologist. Okay, thank you. Ornithologist. Okay. I'm going to go do research on an ornithologist, on a famous ornithologist, TV superstar, so I can stop his evil scheme to destroy the world with birds, like we saw last night.
So the library?
Yes!
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I have some books to return.
Mr. Johnson just like giving you a weird look, and he says, "Kids these days and their imagination."
Well, Daddy, there is some weird bird stuff going on, but yeah.
Well, I suppose the ornithologist would know.
Hopefully, that's what I didn't get to tell you. That's what happened to Kitty 5.
Oh, birds? Probably a hawk then.
I don't really want to.
I
mean,
thought
I'm not
I saw
a bird
a
expert.
big old goshawk flying overhead this morning. Meant to tell you.
Maybe it's that. I don't know. That's why now she's out there with kitties 1, 2, and 7.
May they rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, let's get to painting, and then
Arthur
we
chokes up a
can
little
get to
bit.
studying.
I was very fond of 7.
Yeah. Cool, yeah, so you guys get to painting, and I think we can probably skip it. I mean, it's mostly like a montage of you painting, and then waiting for the paint to dry, eating some cookies. The dad is trying to, like, nudge, like, put you in a room with JD at one point, like, alone for a moment, right? Like it's like, me and my wife have to go check on something in the other room, right? And Arthur, you want to come with us, right?
Yeah, Arthur is, like, conspiring with the dad of how...
Yeah, exactly. You've definitely talked about this before. Yep. But if you we can play out the scene if you guys have something interesting to say. Otherwise,
like,
just like,
would that make you my almost stepfather-in-law?
Well, get there when we get there, Arthur.
I think it's just father, or no, because it's not your father.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's anything.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
I like stepfather-in-law.
it would be your brother's father-in-law. That's the closest we'd get.
It's the closest thing to a father I'll ever have.
I mean, it's
Probably
true though.
I think he says that and doesn't realize the gravity of it.
Yeah, and Mr. Johnson's like, Arthur, can you help me with my VHS player? I noticed earlier that it wasn't working right.
He goes, I'm on it! And immediately goes trying to fix it.
Yeah. So is there a moment that we get with JD and JJ in the room together, or do we pass by that?
I don't know.
I don't think I have anything in particular to say.
Yeah. That's fine. That's what I figured. I just want to make sure that
I
it,
don't
yeah.
think so either.
Yep. So we just kind of passed by that awkward moment, and then you guys are off to the library first. Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think the library is closed today.
What? It's a Saturday.
So I think it's closed for some other reason. It's like an abnormal closure. But you do know, Arthur, that the public school library is technically there. It's, again, school's out, but you could sneak in. I think JJ probably knows a spot or two.
Why would I want to sneak into the school?
Well, yeah, you use these
out of the school.
You use these to sneak out, but
they're not one-way paths.
Arthur turns to JJ and says, Brother, my flesh and blood, I need you to betray your natural instincts for even just the smidgest of the moment.
Listen, do we really have to go in there? Like, it's summer break. I'm already having to be there Monday through Thursday right now. Like,
well, technically, you don't have to be in there, just me.
yeah, but like, you know, JJ, that Arthur's not getting through the like small window that like he's small, yes, but he's not going to do it sneakily. If there's someone in there, they're going to hear him. Like maybe the janitor's there. Like to do this right, like you'll have to go with him. But yeah, you could just let Arthur do it by himself. He would just probably fail.
Yeah, I think JJ probably just says something like, well, you're never going to get in with the alarms. You know, they set the alarms every single night.
I want to hack the alarms.
Right, that's kind of what I was like going for, right? So like, yeah.
Arthur just goes, I have a plan for the alarms.
As all this is happening, I kind of just go, y'all know that the library is just gonna, or do we just not want to wait for, a day?
The renovations are almost over.
I thought it was going to be something like, y'all know that the school library is open to the public over the summer.
Or like, do we want to just wait 2 days until Monday when the school's open for summer school? Like,
you could.
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean, like JJ, I think probably didn't think of that. I was like, yeah, Arthur, like, why don't we just wait until Monday?
Because it could be too late. Don't you understand the gravity of our situation? Birds, killer birds, pecking.
Fair point.
On your coconut.
I now understand.
Poke you in the coconut.
And they did.
I walk up to the library's little book return slot that's just available anytime to return my books.
Yeah.
And then I dramatically close it and I go, I guess we're going to school.
Cool. Yeah. So
the alternative would be to go try to find the guy himself.
Yeah, you could just go. Like, he literally lives in town or on the outskirts of town.
Yeah. So Arthur just goes.
He's a local celebrity.
Well, we could just go straight to the source.
Do you have his address?
Of course, I have his address.
Yeah.
I open the library book return slot and dramatically close it again, and I go, I guess we're going to the source.
Nice.
Do I actually have his address?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you made a comprehend roll yesterday. It's not like secret or anything, right? Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Let me. Yeah. So it's up a side road off Lake Earl Drive. Let me reveal it here. Here is the ornithologist's house right here.
Whoa. What a reveal.
So you would go down Lake Earl and then up this like country road, basically, right? And he's kind of in
to the place.
Exactly. That's probably the song we get at this point. Yeah. So the ornithologist's house is a solitary wooden house east of Lake Earl Drive. The house is surrounded by a high metal fence with a locked gate. Looks like the garden is overgrown. Bird houses and bird feeders are scattered throughout the garden area. The house is 2 stories high, narrow, and leans at an alarming angle. At the top, there is a balcony, and the roof has a variety of perches for birds. All the windows have lockable shutters. Yeah, so that's what you do when you roll up on your tractor. That's what you see.
Are the lockable shutters, are they just like normal wooden shutters, or like when you said that makes me think they're like metal heavy duty shutters?
Yeah, you probably don't, like, this is a GM description stuff. Yeah. You probably just notice that there are shutters in the window, like they're lockable from the inside, but you don't know that, right?
Got it. Is there, so the fence outside is locked, so we can't just like walk up to the door?
Yes, yeah, it looks like it's a little bit of a more private affair. Yeah, so you'd have to try to pick the lock, or it's not like an electronic lock either, right? It's like an actual like physical lock, so probably like a tinker or something, right?
I can try and tinker the lock open.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, yep. Let's do it. JD just walks over and tries to pick the lock. With his 0 successes.
I walk over and I go, just like try and tug at the lock, and I go, I think it's locked.
Yeah. You want to re-roll or just fail?
I feel like at this point I'd rather. How tall is this fence? Can we hop the fence?
You could certainly hop the fence.
Like, can we? Yeah. Can I? Here's the thing. Can I pull the tractor over next to the fence? Tractors are pretty tall. To assist in hopping over the fence.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll give you that +2 iconic item bonus there. You can make a move test. And honestly, if you get enough successes, you could just have everybody come up there for free, right?
Okay. 2 bonus stats. 3 successes.
Nice. Perfect. All you need.
One for everybody.
All 3 of you are managed to hop the fence.
Plot just works.
Exactly. All right. I think this is the right map. All right, so you see the main building there, like that map. You're probably on to the right side or the left side. That you kind of like jump over right by the tool shed. Do you go straight to the main building? You'll check out the tool shed first. What do you do?
I mean, Arthur, this is kind of your thing now. I got us in. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me. The person who's playing me is simply scrolling because it's too big at the moment.
I would maybe see around the tool shed if it seems like there's any sort of like pliers of some sort where I could cut the lock so when we leave we can just walk out and be prepared for a hasty escape.
Yeah, it sounds like an investigate test.
Yep, I'm not good at it, but let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Definitely not good at it. Yeah, you don't see it. I think probably if the tool shed is locked too, then with that fail. Right?
Dang it.
Yeah.
I would like to see if I can find any. Really, I want to notice if there's any birds around that I need to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. You can definitely, even from this distance, like hear birds on the inside of the building for sure. You hear like parrots and cockatiels, right, like screeching from inside. I think you know what? I think there are birds. Because I described at the top there's a balcony and the roof has a variety of perches for birds. So you probably see some like, mainly like normal birds, like I don't know, like swallows and various like songbirds. Nothing too out of the ordinary. They don't seem weird to you.
Are any of them taking any particular interest in us?
Make an investigate. Or comprehend. Let's do that.
No bonus dice?
I don't think so. Yeah, these ones look like normal birds, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
They're not paying any particular mind to you.
Okay. So we have the shed, cool. You said?
Yep, you haven't tried the door yet on the main building. You're not sure if it's locked or not.
Okay.
The shed is locked, though. JD.
All right.
Tried it.
So, the shed is a separate building?
Yeah. It's over here on the map.
Yeah. I want to walk around the building to see if there's like a wine cellar or something.
Yeah,
alternate
there's like a basement
entries into the building.
Yeah, it does look like there is. There's outdoor stairs to the cellar. I think it's probably locked.
Can't we just knock on the door?
No one said to do that yet, but yes, you can.
That's why like everybody's like sticking around, like checking locks and like looking at birds and.
Well, we kind of like hopped the fence.
Like just knock on the door or something.
Yep. JJ walks over, knocks on the door. There's no answer. You do hear the birds all go crazy though, right? Like they respond to the knock, but you don't hear. You don't hear. No one's coming to the door. If you try the door, it is locked.
No, I don't think he tries the door. I want to say something like I want to like lie and be like, "Excuse me, sir, my football went over your fence in the backyard."
Okay.
I'm gonna lie to like get him to like come out because like I'm sure he's in there.
Yeah, I don't think you can roll that currently.
Okay.
He's not gonna listen to that. But you say it, and then there's a long silence, and nothing's happening. While you're doing that, Arthur, do you want to make a? I mean, there's a cellar, but it's locked too. So people could try tinker to fiddle with the locks. I mean, there is a balcony up there, right? So there would be like a door or a window you can get up.
I might as well just try to tinker with the lock again just to see.
Sure. Front door or the cellar door?
Let's just go front door.
All right. Yes, you walk over to where JJ is trying to talk to the guy. Well, you just say, let me try.
Yeah. I tried the knob. You're right. It's locked.
Yeah, do you want to roll or keep going?
Nope.
All right.
Let's try the cellar.
Yeah, sure. You can make another tinker roll on that if you like.
I pull the door. Locked.
Perfect. That's how I was hoping this would go. Yeah, so as far as you know, like Arthur, there's like they're all locked, and like Emily's character is the one who would be able to get in, if anyone. So I think for all intents and purposes, they're locked and not being budged.
I look at the balcony. I go, "Do you want me to try and hop up there?"
Why are we trying so hard? I don't want to break into this guy. Like, I don't want to get in trouble with my coach. Like, why are we doing this?
The birds.
So
the birds.
Did you not,
Stella?
They attacked Patty.
Oh, Patty is just so dramatic about everything. Like,
wait, you don't know she wasn't being dramatic.
What do you mean?
I heard her scream when I was leaving from the parking lot.
Because she's scared of everything.
And I ran over and I had to tackle her to the ground and cover her body with mine. So the birds did not maim her. And then all of the boys had to attack the birds before they left. This is not a Patty's being over dramatic moment.
Okay, well.
They killed my cat.
I thought your dad said it was just a hawk.
Well, he said he thought he saw a hawk, but Arthur was the one who found my cat at the beach where the birds also attacked
all
Patty.
Too weird. Like,
Can I make a charm roll?
I want to be here.
Charm roll to get her on board.
Yeah,
I think it would be a lead. I think this is a lead.
Okay, that's the same for me, so that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so I think JJ just like frowns, is just like, all right, fine, JD. If it's important to you, we'll figure it out. And then I think because of that role, I think JJ would like attempt, like, is the door wood?
Yeah, you could just kick it down.
Can I like attempt to like force my way in? Yeah.
Yeah, roll force.
Okay, cool.
Can I like assist? Oh, okay, you got a success.
It doesn't look like she needs it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so it and the door swings open, and again the birds are going crazy inside. That's the wrong thing. Yeah. The interior smells bird droppings and mold. The house is cluttered with old newspapers. There's a bunch of bird cages containing parrots, cockatiels, budgies. And then you see a crow that's just like not in a cage at all. It's just like flying around and looks at you and then flies up the stairs. What do you do?
I like gesture to them and I'm like, you want it in, go.
I think I probably go, hello, crow?
Hello?
Yeah. So you walk in there. I'm trying to look at the... Yeah, that's the main door, I think, right? The main door. Probably right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you walk in, you're in like a hall, there's stairs up. Right, so you're over here. You come in, glance on the living room, you see a lot of like the birds and like scattered newspapers and stuff. I think you don't hear a response from a voice, but you do hear it sounds like someone hitting something with a metal object. You hear like a big, and then you hear, ah!
I would like to examine the birds a little bit and just see if from where I can, like, as they're flying by and passing by and everything, I just want to see if I can see any scars on their craniums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Roll investigate, I think.
Since I know what I'm looking for, can I get a bonus die?
Sure.
Okay. Hey!
Yeah, they look like normal birds to you. No stitches.
No stitches.
Yeah, but that sounded like it was coming from upstairs, by the way. The stairs are to your right there.
So we need to go downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just pick through this guy's house.
I will. I'm going to proceed downstairs because my comic book brain thinks clearly downstairs in the basement is where the brains of the operation is going to be.
Okay. Do you want to make an investigate check for me? We'll actually use what the game tells us at this point. So one success. You get to ask 2 of these questions. What is hidden here and what? Oh, you know what? I don't know why I had you roll again. You roll investigate for like the whole house, really, honestly. It probably would have been like a comprehend for the birds thing. I think let's do this. I don't think that second roll is applicable. I think this first roll is what you rolled for the whole house. And I don't think you needed to make a roll for the birds. I think you could have just noticed like they don't have stitches on them. So let's do this. Here you can ask 2 of these questions.
Ooh. What is hidden here and where is it?
That would be Christopher Boyd, and he's upstairs.
Oh, well, I kind of already knew that one. That's a shame.
There isn't anything else hidden here.
Okay. What has happened here?
Christopher Boyd has gone insane and started trying to kill his birds. So, like, I think what we see is Arthur goes downstairs real quick, finds nothing, and then starts investigating the rest of the house. And eventually you hear what is clear to you now is Christopher Boyd, with an axe trying to kill the crow that is, like, still flying around.
And the crow looks normal.
Yep. Yeah, so you know where he is, so you can confront him if you want to. But he also has an axe.
Yeah, I think I try to use my watch to make the crow fly away, so it leaves Mr. Boyd alone.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is going to be a program. Another because this you had this work on the birds with the microchips in them.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have you make another program. 2 successes to like redo it.
Okay. This is just to like
a normal
do
bird.
some sort of high pitched thing that's annoying to birds.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
2 successes program.
And bonus die because it's with my watch.
Yeah, the 2 bonus die from your Casio C80.
Cool.
Okay, only got 1. Should I reroll?
How long do we think this adventure is going to continue to last?
Well, I think the plan will be to do next week as well and finish it off. Let's see. I'm double checking when they like reset.
Well, I think it's once per adventure, so it would be.
Nope. Luck points replenish after play sessions.
Oh, then I'll just use another luck point.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
nothing. Yeah, so you can't quite get it, right? Like it's one thing to be like, oh, these birds already have microchips in their head, so they're already having some weird frequencies that are involved in their physiology now and their neurology. But it's another thing to literally make a signal that all birds will just like fly away from. So I don't think you quite get it.
Okay. So I think I say, oh, the heck with that voice.
JJ.
JJ! Oh, the heck with it. JJ, pick up a rock and throw it at that bird!
Alyssa.
What? Sorry.
Grab a rock and throw it at the crow.
Can't tell me what to do, man.
Eat my shorts.
You must save the fat scholar.
Okay, so wait.
I think it's
throwing
clear
a rock at a bird.
Yeah, so like you, I don't think any of you have seen this yet, but like Arthur is like starting to investigate the upper floor,
Right?
And he has figured out at this point that Christopher Boyd is up there trying to kill the crow with an axe.
Right.
So I think Arthur is trying to tell you to grab something, go around the corner, and throw it at the crow that this guy's trying to attack.
Well, I don't want to kill an innocent bird. Like,
He's like, have you experienced what we've experienced? No bird is innocent anymore, JJ.
Sure. I'll roll like what would that be? Like a force roll?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. You take some sort of household item, right, and then just chuck it at the bird, and it hits it against the wall, and it falls down. And we see Christopher Boyd again, big, bald, rotund man, and he has an axe in his hand. Currently, he, oops, where is this? He is wearing dirty wildlife clothes. So like maybe like a jacket, and a pair of binoculars and a notepad, or like on the floor, like he dropped them just recently.
Is he a doctor?
I don't know if... I don't think so. He's just an ornithologist. I don't know if he has a doctorate in ornithology.
So I can't call him Dr. Boyd.
I don't think so.
So Mr. Boyd?
Yeah, Mr. Boyd.
Not Professor Boyd or anything. Any other distinguishing titles?
No, he was literally like a popular...
like Charles
nature
Darwin
program
for
guy,
birds.
right? It'd be the equivalent of trying to call a Steve Irwin like professor or what. Like that's not.
I don't know why I said Charles Darwin
right?
when I meant Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve. So I think he just says, I think Arthur just goes, "Mr. Boyd, it's all right."
He turns. Who are you? Still has a crazy look in his eyes as the axe in his hand.
We are the thwarters of the bird cult.
The what?
I don't know, we're just a bunch of kids that are trying to stop the weird bird stuff that's going on.
You too? Well, that's a relief. But no.
Bro, I think you just need to like chill out for a minute.
They've lied to me before. The birds can talk. Maybe how do I know you're not a bird? You're working with the birds at least, aren't you?
No.
You literally just threw that thing at whatever household item.
I literally just killed a bird. If I was working with the birds, I wouldn't kill a bird.
The birds killed my cat.
Yeah, the birds killed her cat. And they're even killing other birds.
Yeah, he says, well, fine. Well, maybe you're against the birds too, but that doesn't mean that how'd you get in this house?
Well,
we walked in.
We walked in, yeah.
What do you mean walked in? I have all my doors locked.
No, you don't. The front door's wide open.
No, you're not going to gaslight me into thinking that I just left the door open. I think so, yeah.
We never said you left the door open. We said the door is open.
Yeah.
Well, see, now I'm confused, but what I'm not confused about is the birds.
Are bad.
The birds are dangerous, and you better leave before they get you too. I'm killing all of them right now.
Well,
do you know how they went bad?
He says, I'm not talking to you anymore. I think it's time that you leave my house.
Mr. Boyd, if I could just have one brief moment. You see, a swarm of birds attacked our, I can't say friends, attacked a girl on the beach yesterday, and we managed to swat them off and get them away, but there was one that got killed, I guess.
What?
There's like at least one of those birds that they were trying to Like one of the birds.
Yes.
Yeah, from the swarm.
Yep.
One of the birds was killed. One of the swarming birds was killed, and I discovered a microchip. Put in how
Inserted.
Inserted. Thank you. Inserted into the bird's brain.
As a note, I forgot to give you guys. He has dried blood all over his upper body and gaping wounds on his face. And maybe it's just like he turns into the light or something. Like he turns towards you, and you see like a bunch of peck marks on the side of his face. He says, "Believe me, I know there's something wrong with the birds. I've known it for a long time now. These birds are." Well, they're going to kill us all.
Maybe we can stop it. When did it start?
Go to make a charm roll. Like he's just a little too unhinged to like automatically want to help you.
I'm
but you
not the person who should be making this roll.
But you were the person talking.
I would say, yeah, JJ's like, I'm about to like skip out of here, man. Like this is not cool. I may be an airhead, but even I know this is weird.
I think you're just rolling. I don't know if there's anything else
I
to go on.
did.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, that's a 0. Do you want to spend luck?
Why don't you take a condition so you succeed?
Well, taking condition means you reroll. You can use your pride to auto succeed, but that only happened. You can only use that once per mystery.
Yeah,
So, like Emily won't have hers next session.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid using the pride right now.
But if you still got luck, it refreshes, so might as well spend another, right?
Yeah. We're getting close to the end of the session anyway.
Exactly, yeah, we're about to end.
I'll go ahead and spend another luck and see what happens.
Hey, nice. Yeah, so he's like,
just a young child.
He says, right. No, you couldn't be working with the birds because the birds want to kill the people. The birds are going to kill all of us. Well, we gotta stick together. Yeah. Okay, well, what are you trying to do about the birds? You said a girl got hurt. You're trying to save her.
A girl got hurt, and in the process of saving her from the swarm of birds, one of the birds of the swarm got killed, and we discovered a microchip.
Oh, yeah. Someone's tampered with the birds. They're more aggressive. They're more intelligent. The pigeons, though, they just talk. Now, the other birds, they can't talk, but they're bad. They're bad birds.
The talking pigeons, why are they so different? Do you know anything about them?
I don't know. There's more and more birds. They tend to organize into larger groups, but I think I've noticed that, well, the aggressive birds have formed a little bit of a hierarchy. I've been tracking this since it started, but they got to me. There's this huge goshawk, and he almost poked out my eye. I'm not leaving this house until those birds are dealt with.
When did it start?
Oh, some weeks ago. I can't remember exactly. But there must be someone manipulating the birds, or maybe a machine. Who knows what those DARPA kooks are cooking up in their labs, you know?
Oh. The labs. That name sounds so familiar.
He's like, there's a name. What was her name? Lena Thompson. She was working at DARPA, and she was an expert on avian neurology. Honestly, this might be right up her alley.
But she left her house. She's not there right now. I checked it out. I didn't see her there. She might be connected to the killer birds. Only the other thing I can remember is the pigeons. They're moving north towards Lake Earl. I think they're building a nest up there. The aggressive birds. Oh, they're out of the water. They're somewhere on one of the islands off the coast. That goshawk. You listen to me here, kid. That goshawk is the leader. If you follow him, you're gonna find their nest.
So if we kill the goshawk, do you think we'll just kind of be done with this whole thing?
It'd certainly break up the hierarchy, but to end this thing before anyone else gets hurt, you're gonna have to find whatever is making these birds in the first place. Put an end to it. It might be this Lena Thompson, it might be a machine, or it might be both.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the term, was it location?
Lovecation?
Is that what my mama said?
Love vacation?
Love vacation. There we go.
Well, when two people love each other very much, I suppose they could go on a vacation to do it.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard my mama talking about DARPA and love vacation, so I just wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah. No, well, there's the other scientist. What's his name? Donald Dixon. Donald Dixon. He also worked at DARPA, and I remember Lena. Last time I met her, she was really into him. If there's some story going on about DARPA scientists on a love vacation, well, it'll be the two of them for sure. So maybe he's mixed into all of us. I don't know. I just know the birds are gonna kill me.
Donald Dixon. Ronald Dixon. Nixon. Reagan. Nixon. Watergate confirmed.
You mean Charlie Gate?
Charlie Gate.
It's on the map right there. Yeah, so I mean, like he's basically told you all he knows at this point, and I think like we've kind of set ourselves up for like here's the stuff you can explore next time, and like probably the next place to go, or that based on what he just said, is Lena Thompson's house because she's left it, but it's nearby, right? Like it's on the outskirts of Crescent City.
Did we gain a relationship with him?
Sure, yeah, you can add him. I mean, he's just gonna stay in his house and slowly probably starve to death because he's going insane, but
he has birds to eat.
If you get the bird, if you get the bird thing figured out, you could probably go back there and convince him that it's okay. But yeah, so Lena Thompson, I think, is your next angle, and be going to her house. So cool. Well, there you go. That's been our session of Tales from the Loop. I think we can. Seth has still more dancing things to do, so we can come back and finish this next time. I'm really excited. I think we have some really cool character stuff going on. I'm glad we had 2 sessions to do this because we can kind of feel out the characters a bunch this session, and then next time we can dive towards the main plot and
the birds.
Be some fun stuff that happens next time. Cool. Let's the last thing we do. Let's just do some XP and get out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you might get enough to get an upgrade.
Ooh.
All right. The first question is, did you participate in the session?
Yes.
Each key who's present always gets 1 XP. Yep.
Wow.
So also refresh your luck points to their starting state.
Already done.
Cool. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships? I think all of you have. What's your... Yeah, all of you have. Yeah. So you can take XP there. Did you use or struggle with your pride? JD used her pride. JJ, Arthur, do you struggle with your pride at all?
Yeah, they called me a chicken, so I down.
There you go. Yep. So you can get XP there. Arthur, what's your pride again? Smartest kid in school. I don't know if you struggled with it. Arthur had been playing his own little mini game here where he just like solves all the mysteries and hasn't really done any of the
convincing people that I'm right about the whole thing has kind of been like, come on, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. This is
honestly, I don't think anyone is like questioned you because of that, right? Like I think everyone has just believed you. I don't think you struggled with it, honestly. Do you guys agree, Emily, Alyssa?
I mean, I think JJ was questioning it, but he was just like going along with it, like whatever, kid brother stuff.
Right, like he didn't really, I don't know if he struggled.
I mean, I didn't question it because I saw the birds attack Patty.
Right.
So it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you've gotten enough pushback on you being the smartest kid. I guess gotta do that next time. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Yes.
JD certainly did. JJ did. I mean, he forced open a door when he really didn't want to get in trouble here. That counts. Put yourself at risk for the other kids. Did you put yourself at risk, Arthur? Yeah, I don't think you did. You've been playing it safe.
Arthur's the one who confronted this guy for the sake of everyone.
Yeah, but that
test. I feel like
that's true. Yeah, you can get an XP there.
Because
I'm the one who
JJ just wanted to get the heck out of there at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you talked down the guy with the axe. You know what? Let's just give you your pride thing then, because you need 5 XP to get a thing, and it would suck if you were just 1 XP short of, because I think you're gonna get this 5th one too. Have you learned something new? All of you have learned something new about the birds, right? So let's just give 5 XP to all of you. I think we believe it's reasonable that all of you would have gotten these. So at that point, you can increase a skill by 1. A skill level can never go higher than 5.
I feel like I was charming it up a lot, so I feel like I'm just gonna.
That makes sense.
I'm trying to decide if I try and move my tinker up to 3 to maybe succeed once.
Right, because you just kept failing that. Are you good at tech? Yeah, you're mildly good at tech.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it doesn't make sense that I am so bad at, like, I haven't. I'm gonna move it up by 1 to try and succeed it.
Yeah, that might come up later too.
I'm going to increase investigate because I was reading the Batman comics and I'm leaning into Batman right now.
Nice.
And you're like the best mind one.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Well, there you go. That's been our session of Tales from the Loop. Thanks for playing, guys. I really honestly enjoyed all the role playing we did there. It was pretty good. I think my favorite part of the session was when I got to have the heartwarming moment with JD's dad. Like, even if I could threaten him, but even if he doesn't die or have any sort of like more tragic thing happen to him in the next session, I just enjoyed that. Like, that was fun. It was sweet.
Shoot, I'm stupid. I forgot to change my mic.
That explains everything. I
need to go change my mic.
Yep. Okay, so we'll go ahead and call it there. Thanks for playing, guys. We'll be back next week with some more Tales from the Loop. Adios.